Hello and welcome to Once Upon a Tavern, the only Dungeons & Dragons stream that has my cat's birthday.
Hey.
It's Garrus' birthday. He didn't want to come hang out with me, but Garrus is 2 years old today.
Aw, happy Meow Meow Day!
Happy Meow Meow Day, Garrus. Happy Meow Meow Day! Wherever you are. He's somewhere out by Tyler. Anyway. Oh, he's hanging out on his tower.
See, I knew Seth would eat on stream.
Hey, hello, Seth.
That's a
So, Seth, what's your opinion on the whole thing?
Fucking do away with it.
All right, so I'm gonna go get rid of my cat.
I knew I picked it right.
Thanks all for joining. We're gonna get started, but we're just gonna go through a couple quick announcements before we begin. First and foremost, if you're watching this and want to watch more, don't worry. All of our episodes are up on YouTube the following Tuesday at bit.ly/onceuponatavern and up wherever you listen to podcasts the following Sunday. This last week's episode is not up today because I'm having issues downloading it. So it'll give it time. It'll be up if you're like wondering where is it. I know we have at least one very dedicated podcast listener because he tweets at us sometimes. So to you, thank you. We appreciate you.
We have a Twitter.
We do. We do have a Twitter. And we have a new follower, Baphomet Lover. We love him too. Thanks for following. With that being said, also, if you want to support the stream, you can do so with a Twitch Prime subscription. If you have an Amazon Prime account, you have a Twitch Prime subscription, a free one. You probably pay for Amazon Prime, which means you have this subscription that you don't know about that's just sitting there wasting away. So give it to us. Click that button right up there. Connect your accounts, and you'll be good. If you don't want to support Mr. Bezos, since he so rudely came back to Earth, you could go ahead and support us over at Patreon, patreon.com/onceuponatavern. We have all sorts of tiers where you don't have to just give us $5 a month. You can give us $10 a month or $25 a month. You can give us as much money as you want. The more money you give us, the more we like you. So go ahead and check that out. All right. And that's everything. That's all I have. It's going to be a low-key sesh. Mark's a little late. That's okay. We will catch up with him soon. Like I said, going to be a low-key sesh. Probably not going to use the full 4 hours, but when I say that, we go crazy, so who knows?
I see some rails that need going off of.
I have no rails, and I think that's been proven at this point. When Aldous banished himself to the elemental plane of water, all rails in this game went poof. So, without any further ado, let's go ahead and banish ourselves into tonight's episode of Once Upon a Tavern.
For what?
And welcome back. So, picking up where we left off last week, the party or rather, we should say, Sinrig received a not guilty verdict in regards to his charge of treason against the Synphos tribe. However, he did receive a guilty verdict in the charge of improper disposal of bodies, something the Synphos tribe takes very seriously, and as such, and maybe a little harshly, but wanting to kind of lay down a punishment, was exiled from his clan, being revoked of the tree skin name. And with that, you all were given one last trial, in a different form of the word, to seek out a pine doom and gain its sap to bring back to the Hin, as proof of your innocence, we'll say. You all spoke with Titania, learned a little bit about this King of Dreams, this Morpheus, archfey creature, and then made your way out. First, meeting a group of pixies who informed you that the Pine Doom was running from a peat mammoth, a giant plant creature that was made of peat moss that comes from swamps. Along the way, you met up with the Pine Doom, and you learned that this is not the first creature to kind of make its way out of a swamp just outside of the Symphonial Wood. In fact, the swamp that it's coming from seems to be growing, and is from the original area of where the Tree Skin clan made its final resting spot. From there, after Sinrig was able to talk down the peat mammoth, you drew the attention of the Alliamites, a group of onion and shallot-headed creatures, little plant people, who brought you to their leader, their elder, the one, the only, Garlicle. The Garlicle informed you all that the swamp is continuing to grow, and at the center of it all is a forest emperor, a horrid creature born from a child of Yggdrasil. But where children of Yggdrasil normally discover the corpse of a dragon and become these forest emperors, in this case it discovered the deaths of hundreds of Furbolg and kind of grew using that horrid negative energy. It was continuing to spread the pain of the Furbolg, and you all needed to go dispatch it. And dispatch it you did, heading into the swamp with the direction of the Alliamites, leaving them behind at the edge of the swamp. You all ventured within and fought this forest emperor, a gargantuan dragon forest-like entity that spewed toxic gas from its eyes. After defeating it, you released the souls of all of these Furbolg that had been kind of wrapped and bound within it. And as you did, they took one final moment to judge Sinrig. And in that moment, they ripped the tree skin from his chest and disappeared. And that is where we are picking up. Right there. As you all stand away from Sinrig or Moke, as the spirits have all now disappeared, the wood armor just floating in the swamp water at his knees. What do we want to do?
Aldous, you fucking killed that guy.
Yeah, I just turned around, he was there, and I killed him. It was easy.
I did nothing.
Hey, Sinrig, how you feeling, buddy? You okay?
You look like you've seen a ghost.
Or many, I suppose. I cannot leave their remains here. I need to dig them up. I need to bring them back.
Well, yeah, isn't the whole remains handling how we got in this predicament in the first place?
Yes. So
good to see you learning.
If we've been awake for a while now, right? But
you've been awake for some time, but not to the point of being awake any longer is going to hurt. You definitely can't do any more traveling for the day.
Don't people have levels of exhaustion? Too?
Yes.
a couple people do.
I and Zane.
for pushing yourselves in the traveling department, but you could definitely squeeze a few more hours before you're all gonna need to rest.
Yeah, I feel like sleeping in swamp water is probably not a good idea. I mean, I don't know. I don't
Definitely
really
not.
want my pants to be soggy while I'm sleeping.
As one of the medical experts here, I would not advise we sleep in the swamp water. No.
Get some fucking trench foot.
Huh?
Trench
At least for you, it's just your feet.
That's true. They're
Tren-
always a little bit like pruny.
Like a trench
yes,
nipple.
the old disease trench gnome, something that gets very
Trench-
serious.
Trench nipple.
Imagine Aldous just spreads his toes out and like wiggles them and shows us how pruny they are.
Yeah,
I-
pruny webbed.
I have a question. I'm not sure if I caught this last time. Do we have to actually exhume any bodies, or are they just scattered, or what's going on?
So Sinrig originally buried them under the ground, which is now flooded.
Yeah, right. That's what I was thinking.
So some bodies you would assume may have been exhumed naturally due to the flooding, due to the ever-growing presence of the swamp.
Like poltergeist.
Some very well may still be beneath the water,
Yeah.
beneath the ground.
Okay.
Aldous would like to ask if Cindric thinks he'll need help. Like, I guess I could fucking do it here.
Yeah. Like, just do it.
So, like, you have to dig this up. Like, should I move some of this water around? Like, would that make it easier for you?
I mean, it would definitely help, but I do not expect anyone to help with this. This is something I need to do, but I know it is getting late. I will stay up through the night. If any of you want to find a better place to rest, I can meet up with you in the morning.
I could just make a tiny hut, and
Or
I
that.
know, I know tiny sounds like tiny, but 9 of us could fit in there.
Will it be flooded or?
You know, why ask these questions that now I have to ponder?
Sinrig, I'll stay here with you, and if you'll allow me the honor of helping you, I would be happy to do that.
Yes, I believe all of us would be willing to help you.
I believe this all has shown that we are part of your tribe, and helping deal with the remains feels fitting.
I can cover a lot of ground really fast and try and help you search if that's needed.
There is no greater honor than for my new clan to help me lay to rest my last one. Yes. So, and he gets to work. Yeah, pulls out a shovel. We all got shovels, right?
A montage of
boom into my heart.
Oh no!
bodies.
Sorry, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I don't
That's
think
what
that's
my
the
mind
right
went
tone.
to. When you say montage, that's where my mind goes. I'm sorry.
I do the thing where you stick the shovel in and you go to stomp on the edges of it to make it go deeper, and I basically just lower like a submarine into the fucking just bubbles.
If Aldous is able to move the water aside and we can run around, we can look.
Yeah, that would definitely.
So I will, be using a lot of the control water cantrip to I can ice some of it, I can freeze some of it to make dams, so that it's easier to search.
I do
Yeah.
also, Ben, what I'd like to do, if can be part of the casting of the spell, I'd like to do the 8-hour casting of plant growth to help bring back the area. By cleaning it up, by digging up you know what I mean, fixing the problems that were there. Use that as a casting, and I'll spend 8 hours doing that.
I am okay with that. I think that is a good idea. Now, a couple point of order questions, though. How many would you say were part of the Tree Skin clan?
I don't know, probably 20-ish was, I don't know,
Okay.
at most. I don't think I gave a number ever.
You never
but
really gave a number, and I never really asked.
It feels like a clan that would need to be smaller because they're nomadic.
Sure.
So,
I'm okay with that answer.
15 to 20, I guess, but
7.
said, yeah. I think there
there
was
were
only 3.
Okay, 15 to 20, that's fine. And did you bury them all together, or did you give them each their own grave?
They each had their own space. It wasn't a mass burial, especially Dalen and Pren had their own.
Okay. this is gonna take some work and it's gonna take some
sure.
time. Is everyone staying up to help him, or because he could stay up without any risk of exhaustion?
Yeah, I
The rest
can
of
short
you-
rest and get rid of an exhaustion.
The rest of
so-
you can go 24 hours. So I would say,
You could do shifts even too.
well,
Especially-
I'd say honestly, you could stay up 24 hours without any risk of exhaustion as long as you aren't traveling. You can get at least 8 hours worth of work done before, since he's casting that spell as he's working anyway, before you guys need to start doing shifts and resting and things like that.
We have 8 hours to help him, is what you're saying.
You have 8 hours to help. Yes.
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay. Then I think
I can do that.
I think what we need here is a full group skill challenge. Majority is the more successes, the less time it takes. So I'm gonna go around. Moke, you're casting plant growth as you work. I'm gonna call that an automatic success right out of the
okay.
gate. Because
Can I do more than that, or is that just
that's-
count as the thing?
It'll count as the thing. You're using a spell to
Nothing. Sorry.
You're using a spell to kind of take the place of a success, which any of you can do. If you're like, I don't feel comfortable doing a skill, if you have a spell that you feel works here, you're welcome to ask. So with that being said, let me just go ahead and forgot to open my notes. You all can kind of start to think about what you want to do. Oh, it's open. Does anyone have any ideas right now?
Athletics.
I have something I want to do.
Go ahead,
This is
Varus. You
good.
raised your hand.
Thank you. I grew up in a civilized.
um,
I'm going to cast guidance on one willing creature. Show of hands, who wants the guidance?
I should say this. Guidance is not going to count as an automatic success in this case because it is a lower level spell and it only works for basically one action. Like it helps with one act of a thing.
Right. The next person who's whoever their ability check is. I'm going to give them a D4 to add to their roll.
Okay.
Varus takes on the management position and is just like, oh, hey, check that out.
I mean, if you want your role to be instead of skill checks, you're just passing out guidances to everyone who needs them, you're also welcome to do that.
Ooh, that's an automatic success right
Okay.
there. Enjoy.
Yeah, instead of like doing an ability check, I kind of thought that would be what I would do.
That's fine. Is guidance a level 1 spell?
It's a cantrip.
Oh, it's a cantrip. Okay. I'll allow that. If that's going to be your only action, you're giving guidance to everyone, I will. I'm not going to say that's a success, per se, but it's not a failure. So, Dozer, you said athletics check. What would you...
Yeah. I'll roll it. Is that right?
Go right ahead.
All right.
With guidance, so plus a d4.
Okay. So that's 20.
That is, using your athletic skills, you're able to kind of start, I assume, we haven't gotten to it yet, but I'm assuming Aldous is pushing and pulling water away, and you're using your athletic skills to begin moving mud, and as best as you can. It sucks, it's gross, it smells, as the plant life underneath the water has obviously begun to rot in this swamp.
I'm sorry. I don't have a sense of smell.
That's right. You do get water in your mouth when you taste it.
Oh, the worst. Swamp water right in the mouth.
All right, Joe, I saw your hand. What do you got?
I just have a question.
All right, what's up?
If Aldous is moving water, I'm not saying I want to do perception. I'm kind of like looking at Grimald here. I don't know if his perception is better than mine. But if he's moving water, can that give somebody like advantage on a perception check since they don't have to look through the water?
In those cases, yes. And I do want to go to Aldous. Aldous, what exactly are you doing for this?
I would like to use control water to kind of like just make space. So shape water, I should say. Shape space, like move water out of the way, and then kind of like freeze it in like areas so that it kind of dams up.
That is cool.
The other thing I could also do if necessary is if that doesn't work, I could use telekinesis to kind of like, I was gonna like telekinesis like take a big branch and just make it a bulldozer, unless that's what he was gonna do that.
I will let Zook do that.
I'm doing the control water thing,
Zook
and
is the
bulldozing
telekinesis
thing
boy.
is so cool for anybody else to do, not me.
Go ahead, and because I'm going to say, because there is a certain nuance, a certain finesse to moving water away and freezing it at the right moment and moving it and freezing it.
Yeah,
Go
I
ahead
like
and
that.
give me an Arcana check.
I like that a lot. Is that guidance as well?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good. I'm gonna need it.
You gotta stop using those blue dice, man. They're not good for you.
They're fine.
But water.
I know.
But water.
11.
11. Okay. You know, you do it without fail, but you're moving a little slow in the process, just kind of being sure. Your biggest worry in doing this is that you're gonna scoop up a body and freeze it.
Yeah, that's true.
And you're like being very careful as you're doing it.
I just blood bend. No.
But I will say that you are still doing this. So while that may have not been the best roll, I will let what Joe's saying in like the perception department, investigation department, like you are moving water away, so that could be helpful to certain people depending on what they're doing.
Great. That's what I want to see. I'm gonna go grab a different dice.
Go ahead. Zook, you seemed eager. What's up?
I'm going to fabricate us a barge.
Okay.
It's going to be 4 squares by 2 squares.
Okay, and what level is that spell?
That spell is, I think, 4th. Yeah, 4th level.
Yeah, we'll call that an automatic success. That is a high-level spell slot, very easy. You're going to go ahead and grab up some driftwood, and with your fabricate spell, you fabricate a barge, which helps you all begin to kind of clear debris fairly easily.
And then
the size of a barge.
and then as things kind of get cleared out, that barge is going to end up being a platform for which I'm going to cast Liamon's Tiny Hut as a ritual spell before we go to bed, so we have a nice dry place to sleep.
I love it. Fantastic. All right. Great.
Coming to a birthday party near you.
Who's next?
I guess Grimald will. I think Joe's suggestion was perfect. I'll use my perception to try to help identify the graves and, working with Dozer, get them dug up.
Okay.
So perception?
Go right ahead. Yeah, I'm going to say perception or investigation, whichever one you would like.
I think they're both the same for me. Oh, perception's a little bit better. Don't think that mattered anyway. Well, that's still an 11. Rolled very poorly. But...
Okay. Yeah, doing your best, kind of helping scope through the mud. It's difficult. It's gross. And while you are no longer the prim and proper type that you once were, this is still not your usual foray into the world, so you're having a little bit of an issue focusing on this, but you're helping where you can, finding some bodies here and there where you can. It's helpful, just slowing you down. And I do want to say this: failures do not indicate that you just suck at this. You're just moving slower at it. Is really all it comes down to.
I appreciate you letting him down easy, Ben.
Mm-hmm. Did you roll with guidance, by the way, Grimald?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, moving on. Joe?
I don't know if you would allow this to be a thing, but I was gonna like run around the perimeter and kind of generally shout out areas to people. I can climb up trees too. Can I do an acrobatics?
Sure, I will allow that. I like that.
I can technically run up trees because I can run along vertical surfaces. So if you wanted to say athletics, I was gonna say no, it's acrobatics. Jump and flip and
you're good.
I can't spring.
What do you got?
On water? That would be tight.
What'd you get?
I'm rolling it. Oh, that's a terrible roll.
You're like Aang. You're just fucking like cartwheeling around while something serious is going on. That's exactly what I rolled.
14 with guidance. I rolled a 3. I just want everyone to know that I rolled a 3. So
That's impressive still. That is impressive.
acrobatics.
Yeah, I rolled a 2, so.
While your
also rolled a
acrobatics,
3.
while your acrobatics are great, your attention span, Joe, is not the best.
That's really not.
And you,
That's highly accurate for my character.
and you're just kind of, the being in the Feywild and in a Feywild swamp of all things is just is interesting. It's strange and. Looking for
Like,
bodies.
oh, look at that
and you're
mushroom over
like,
there.
Yeah, look at that. Look at that.
Literally April on a hike. Oh my god, look at this little mushroom. Let me take a picture.
But you do help. We still need to hear from Demetrius, and that's it. So, Demetrius, what do you got?
I was thinking probably either medicine. Medicine for trying to identify where it looks like decay is.
Okay, that's interesting. I will allow it. Go for it.
Okay, cool. All right. Oh, fuck yeah. That is a 25.
Great. You are able to kind of determine what spots seem to, I'd say before the swamp would have come, what spots seemed to have been, not decay, I think is what you're looking for, but like fertilized. Being that time works differently, a body may have actually fertilized an area better than it used to. Wow, in the nick of time. You're in time to help with the skill challenge, Mr. Mark.
Hey.
But yes, that you do a great job, Demetrius.
Help is a presumptuous word.
You can roll. You can roll for a skill check. Let's put it that way.
We are working on this right now. Basically, Sinrig wants to find the bodies of his tribe. We're exhuming them. You can use a high-level spell slot if you think you have a spell that is helpful here to kind of find these bodies, or you can use a skill check to help out. And any skill checks you roll have guidance as per Varus's help.
Okay.
Grimold, you had advantage. Go ahead and take advantage. Because we talked about that with what Aldous was doing earlier. I just remembered.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So we'll take advantage while Mark's figuring that out.
Okay. That's a 19. No. Wait. Oh my god, why does my brain not want to do that? That's 16.
Okay, that's okay. That's better than what you got. Yeah, so you are, while you're still moving a little bit slow, being a little concerned with the muck that you literally sinking into, you do manage to help out a bit better than you were before. Zane, what are you thinking?
I thinking maybe I cast Enlarge Person on myself, and that would maybe give me like an advantage on.
I mean, it makes your hands big shovels.
That's true. That's true.
What level is Enlarge Person again?
I think base level it's second level.
Okay.
But I could cast it higher if it would give me an improved.
I would say that you're looking for like a 3rd level spell slot for an automatic success here.
Okay, I could do that.
Okay. Then yeah, you all watch as Zane just gets really fucking big in this swamp. His going from knees in the water to ankles in the water, and he is now a big dragonborn bulldozer just walking around in the swamp. Just like backs up, just beep beep beep, just turns around and just starts scooping. Okay. One moment, please, as I begin to do some math. Math is done. I estimated that moving at an OSHA regulated pace, you all would take about a day to get this done. With each success, you're looking at some time going down. So as the time passes and as... Oh, you know what? Go ahead and have Cinna roll as well. Well, she is definitely helping.
That is fair. Let me see. Where's she at? What do you think? Like we already did a perception, I think, didn't we?
You did, but actually, it's a bit of a different case, so you can go ahead and give her the perception. And it would be involving smell, which I think she has advantage on.
It doesn't specify for
Really?
the beast of the land thing. No, it's not.
She's a cat. Give her advantage.
Oh, okay. With guidance?
Yes, yes.
Oh, it's gonna be... it's 14.
Well, I tried to help you.
I know.
Okay, no problem. You, she's doing her best, but she is a little kitty and is getting stuck in the mud wherever she walks. 8 hours pass as you all just kind of carefully work in tandem, working together. A skill that you all are kind of learning to do better and better every time. Unfortunately, it's an ever-evolving skill, and sometimes you are not performing at your best, especially when you're tired. I know some of you may have had even disadvantages on your ability checks, so as you are moving through, working as hard as you can, as Sinrig, your 8-hour casting of plant growth is up, there's still some work to be done. Looking around, you've found a good majority of the bodies, for sure, as you've kind of set them up on the barge. Most of them, unfortunately, not the best thing to look at, being that they have now kind of been in the swamp. Some were exhumed naturally and just kind of been floating, and they're bloated in the swamp. Others were below everything, but have begun to, do their decay. You just estimate there's probably about 4 more hours of work. With that being said, you all can push through for 4 more hours and roll exhaustion checks every hour, or you can rest and come back to it in the morning.
I'm gonna. I will keep working, but all of you get your rest.
The boy needs sleep.
Joe's like at the top of a tree. What'd you say?
Get some rest. No, come. I can't. What?
I run down and I'm there in 2 seconds.
No, all of you, Zook made a nice shelter here. Get your rest, and I'll keep going.
Can we all fit in that? There's a lot of us.
Oh yeah, you can.
Is it bigger on the inside?
It actually,
Like
I think it'll fit 9 people. Yeah. So, you're all good. You're tight, that's for sure, and you all smell awful after spending the day in the swamp. But you are comfortable at the very least. What's up, Zane?
I just I realized, like, oh, what does casting a large person at a higher level actually do? It allows me to cast it to an additional person.
Oh, who'd you send it to?
Who was not
clip that?
doing...
Someone clip that, please.
Who was not doing like additional things on their own?
Everyone did, I think. Right? Could give it to Cinna. I don't know if that would help her.
She had advantage already, so.
Oh, okay, then yeah, never mind.
Did Dozer have advantage?
He didn't, but he succeeded.
He succeeded, yeah.
No. Was anyone just like digging in general? Well, I don't know.
I mean, you just send it to someone
He's
for
a big
flavor
boy.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so Big Dozer being also a literal bulldozer now, as he
Mm-hmm.
as you all walk around in the swamp, beeping each other.
Keep beeping.
You eventually decide it's time to come to a rest as this spell ends, and as you all are getting to the point where you barely even open your eyes, exhausted and tired, and you all begin to one by one make your way into Leomin's tiny hut. And so you do.
I'm still shoveling through everything, yeah.
Yep. You are still shoveling, still working throughout the rest of those 4 hours at the very least, as Grimald and Varus, excuse me, need at least 4 hours to get through things.
Take up them hoes.
Have we found Dalen or Pren's body yet?
I'd say there's a 1 in 20 chance you found either of them. And you found about... I'd say you found, you found Pren's.
When everyone goes inside, I'm gonna like take a second with her body, and I'm gonna cast Summon Beast just at the second level, so it's not like a. But
Okay.
just since I kind of use her spirit for it, I know that's not actually what it is, but
Sure. It's not actually what it is. You're gonna summon Beast? What are you summoning her as?
we'll do an owl. I
Okay.
think that was her go-to.
As you kind of take a moment, in this still dusk within the swamp here, and summon the owl. The owl appears and lands on the barge, landing on Pren's body, and just kind of looks over at you.
I know it's not really you, but there is nothing I can do now to have a final word with you. I'm sorry I let you down, my love. I'm sorry this is how we say goodbye. But I will see you again. And maybe for now, you can help me find our daughter.
Roll a nature check for me.
It's 19.
A 19. As you say that, Pren flies up to you. And she kind of flaps her wings in front of you and just kind of very carefully wraps them around you. And you stand there for a moment. Take a deep breath. And then she backs away. And you notice, as she kind of goes to lay back down, to sit back down on the barge, you notice on your shoulder is a single black feather.
I look at it. I look at Pren. Is this you? Is there any check? I don't. Something to help understand, I guess.
You can roll a religion check if you'd like.
Religion check. Oh boy. It's a 15 plus 0. 15.
15. You know for sure that shouldn't happen with the spell. This seemed to be some sort of... This seemed to be something else. There are no black feathers on her.
Well, yeah, she's pure white, yeah. The Raven Queen.
will seek her out. And I'll keep looking for the bodies, specifically Dalen, but I keep that safe. I put that in a pouch and.
Okay. And so you do. The rest of you rest as best as you can here in the swamp. The smell of rot and decay being protected by the tiny hut that you rest within.
Do I need to make checks for exhaustion? Or?
I thought you...
I can get rid of them using a short rest, but I still accrue them. So.
Yeah, then you have to make checks for exhaustion. 4 of them, DCs are 11, 12, 13, 14.
Just straight concentration?
I believe they are
Constitution, sorry.
I believe they're Constitution checks or saves. I can't remember. One sec. Let me double check that.
Sure.
Character, blah, 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 blah. Where is it? I believe they are checks.
First one is a 12.
Okay.
Second is a 7.
Okay, that is that level of exhaustion.
That's a fail. So third is a 21. Or do I roll with disadvantage then on that one, right?
Yes.
Disadvantage on ability checks, yeah. So, so it's still a, 18.
An 18's fine.
And then one more, right?
Mm-hmm.
4. That's gonna be it's gonna be a 13.
A 13. That's a fail then.
Okay.
Whoops. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're checks, but if someone wants to correct me on that later, we're gonna be fine. But for now, we're gonna say 2 fails. And you're at what level of exhaustion at that point?
2.
2? Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah, no problem.
After 4 hours, Grimald and Varus, you come to from your meditations. You wanna get back out there? Do you want to do anything else? What's up?
Grimald will jump right back in.
You got it.
Pull the shovel out and start going back to it.
Sounds good. Varus, anything for you?
I'm gonna attempt to make breakfast so when everyone wakes up, there's food.
Okay. I like it. I think you guys have some rations, or are you trying to make something different?
Yeah, I'll do what I can with rations, I guess. Don't really have anything else, I don't think. Let me check.
There's always Carl.
I don't have really anything else, and because I'm in the Feywild, I really don't know what's good to eat, especially in a swamp. So I'm just gonna get the rations ready for when everyone wakes up.
There's always Carl. Does anybody have any buffalo sauce?
Carl is actually surprisingly silent here in this place. Doesn't seem to be very comfortable here in the swamp. So you go ahead and you get the stuff together for rations, and another 4 hours passes until everyone's going to be awake. Moke, that is 4 more checks.
Oh boy. So first one looking good. It's 15. I don't know what I'm at now.
You're at 15. It was 11, 12, 13, 14. So 15, 16, 17, 18.
Oh boy. Okay.
That's a natural 20, but that's disadvantage. So still 18 plus 3 is 21.
You're good.
It's a 14 and a 13, so that's a plus 3, 16. That was the third check, right?
That's a fail.
It's a fail, so level 3. And that's the one more, right? I think.
One more.
Okay. Ooh, 19 and a 19. Okay, so 22.
That is a success. Okay. Oh, they were Constitution saves. Do you have a plus in any of your saves? You're muted.
My save is a +4. My check is a +3, so I don't know if there's any that
Plus
it would have been
1.
close. I don't know.
What was the last one you got? It was a 17, right? Or 16?
It was 16.
17 would have made it. So
Oh,
that is a good one. And so we'll just say you're at 2 levels of exhaustion then.
Sounds good.
All right. Saves make more sense, but that's my bad. All right. So, with all of that being said, after another 4 hours of working with Grimald quietly, carefully, you did manage to exhume a couple more bodies and reduce the amount of work for the rest of everyone. I'd say by about an hour. So, as everyone awakens, there are only about 3 hours left of work to do. Does anyone have anything they want to do as they pick up a ration handed to them by Varus as they come out of the hut? As you all begin to awaken, the hut just collapses.
I think the first thing I'll do is check on Cinderig.
How many levels of exhaustion does Cinderig have? 2? I'm gonna use my staff to cast Greater Restoration, reduce that. Let me see.
Yeah, you don't. We can do that as you go to cast it. I'll say you do not have to waste any powerful abilities on me. I can take some time and I can, meditate and be okay.
Cinderig, you really should get some rest. You should take care of yourself. You've been working yourself to the bone.
Once I find Dalen's body, I will take some time. Yes.
You don't know how long that's going to be.
It's okay.
Mulk, what's your passive perception again?
21.
That's right, and you're the highest. And you have disadvantage right now. Okay. Continue. Sorry, guys, for interrupting.
I stay at it, so.
All right. Stay at it.
I low key cast Greater Restoration on them with my staff.
So does
Actually,
does that heal
refreshing?
Does that heal 1 level, or is that?
Just I can only do 1 level with it.
That's
yeah.
fine. Okay.
I mean, I can cast it again, but I don't want to.
No. You're fine.
Okay. So yeah, you feel
That's
a
with
little
my
bit.
staff. By
A
the
little
way,
bit.
not with...
Yeah, that's fine. A little bit better rested as he touches the staff against you. And you all, after eating your rations, continue to work. For the next 3 hours, you do.
Those were the best rations I've ever eaten. That was amazing.
I can't cast Greater with my spell, only a lesser. I'm going to use the spell slot.
Okay, you still have a spell slot for
Okay.
it, so that's fine. And so you do. And you all work a little bit harder, feeling rested, kind of beginning to grow used to the smell. You push through for the last few hours until finally the last body you find is the body of a smaller Furbolg. You exhume her. And Cinderig, you take her. She stayed buried underneath the ground. But even with that, at disadvantage, even exhausted, even passively, you notice something about her. There's a strange in the spots where her bones, kind of, where her flesh has decayed to bone, in the various spots. It's not a consistent decay, of course, but in certain spots where you could see her bone, you see a strange pattern along it. You would need to look more closely to get a good look at it.
Yeah, I will.
Go ahead and roll an investigation check for me. And you do have disadvantage.
Yes. So 17 and a 13 plus investigation, you said, sorry?
Mm-hmm.
Plus 0, 13.
It's tough to see. And you're worried that any further investigation on the body would actually kind of harm it a bit and would, for lack of a better term, cause flesh to fall from the body.
Father, I need your help.
Of course.
And I kind of point out what is it's like a pattern, like it's like markings on her bone, is it? Or like, okay, yeah, what is this?
So are these indentations in the bone?
You can roll an investigation check, Demetrius, with advantage for you.
Varus, could you perhaps assist with this? I could use a extra set of eyes, or a helping, guiding word.
For reference, you do need guidance before you roll for future reference, but I will allow it.
I didn't roll yet.
Oh, okay. I thought I heard a roll.
I cast guidance on him.
Okay.
Hooray.
Guidance. You're guided.
9. I'm not that good at investigating. Could that be a medicine check instead?
I can't. Because it's not a medicinal situation here. You would need to get a good look at it.
Investigating a body?
Investigating a bone?
In this case, I've watched enough Bones to know that medicine is not everything. But you don't recognize. It's tough to get a good look at it, and you would need to clear space in order to get a better look at it. At least for you. You're welcome to pass it off to someone else if you don't think you have a good idea.
I forgive me, Sinrig. I cannot identify what is going on here.
Old, what about you? I don't know if you could look. Someone, please, just if anyone can help.
I could maybe take a look. You want an investigation, right, Ben?
Yep.
Dirty 20.
Nice.
I'm going to message this to you because I'm not sure if it's information you're going to want to pass out. I'm messaging on Zoom. Do with it what you will. I'm not trying to tell you one way or another, but it was something that I don't know how you would feel about it.
Well, it would appear to be an image of feathers along the bones.
What? Like feathers growing out of her bones, or it is like etched into the bone that it is feathers?
Yeah. Etched feathers.
I have no idea.
Okay.
Father, after everyone went to rest, I spoke with Pren, but left behind was a black feather. This is of the Raven Queen, yes? Is she not associated with this?
Is it a raven's feather?
Is it the Raven's feather?
Roll a nature check.
DM? I can do those. I still have disadvantage though, so okay. 22.
Yeah, even at disadvantage, even tired, you know a raven's feather when you see one. It's definitely a raven's feather.
Yes. Is that what it looks like is etched into the bone?
They
As
do.
well?
They do look quite similar.
Yeah.
Yet another instance of the Raven Queen attempting to reach out.
Roll another religion check for me, Demetrius.
7.
The
non-religious religious man.
It's not a cleric skill, right? I don't think clerics get religion.
If it was, I didn't pick it just because of kind of my
Who he
unorthodox upbringing.
No, and that's totally fine. That's that on that front.
I know. Oh well, wait. Hold on. We don't out of character or in character. We don't know that we get a question from what's his name, right?
He
just
did.
told us that after,
he did mention.
or-
He did mention that he would allow a divination.
Okay, I couldn't remember.
He would divine something for you people.
I know we spoke about Zok or Demetrius asking a question, but perhaps I could ask the Garlicle.
Don't laugh.
Hilarious.
Perhaps I could ask the Garlicle. If anyone, if you all wouldn't not mind,
Ask him what?
what this means, what this is. These feathers.
Well, I feel like it could probably be connected with what Father Demetrius might have asked. So yeah, that seems fine. Two birds with one stone, so to speak.
Or, like, so you're like saying, what does it mean about like why are they there, or you think it's just pointing us in that direction, maybe?
Well, it is not normal for Fairbolg bones to be carved into, so she was still buried.
And
How
it-
would this and why is this happening?
I can say it is worth noting at this point that there is no way that these could have been carved in by a person. There's still flesh on these bones. You know, she is not fully decayed at this point. And you could tell by the way that they're carved that this seems to go down below where you can even see. So this there's no way this was done manually at all. I can say that for sure.
To me, it just seems like she's sending you a message to come talk to her. The same message that Demetrius had.
And
don't
Demetrius,
know.
this is your question, and I do not need to take it. That's fine.
I'm not saying no, that's not what I'm trying. Sorry, I'm not trying to like defend, tell him he can't ask a question. What I'm saying is, I think the answer is simpler than you think.
Sure.
It is not like, oh, this feather means this feather means that. It's like, hey, it's a feather. Oh, that's the Raven Queen. Let's go talk to her. You know, that's what I say. I don't know. That's just me. I know
You could probably. Oh yeah, you could probably ask her. She probably know.
I know it's tough, but like, if we're gonna go see her anyway for him, you can ask her then. To me, that makes just a little bit more sense.
Then no, you're right. Then someone else can take the question. I don't know what else we had to ask, but yes. I think Zook wanted to ask something maybe, but yeah. That's kind of more. I don't know if anyone really had anything.
For sure.
Well, what is the greatest question we have that we do not know where to find the answer?
I don't know.
What's the meaning of life?
It feels like everything points us towards the Raven Queen anyway. Whatever's going on with Krakoa and the Red King, whatever's happening with Demetrius and now my daughter, points us towards her.
Ooh, what if we ask where the Red King gets his power from?
I think from Krakoa, though, right?
Oh, do we already know that?
I think we are making a pretty educated guess about that one. I don't know that we know for sure.
Yes, but with those visions, we know he is a pawn of Krakoa.
Yes.
So.
Or we think, yes.
Okay. Cool. Then I won't worry about that.
This barge stays, right? Could I pull this with the bodies on it, perhaps? Zok?
Sorry?
Your barge, it is permanent. I can place the bodies on it and pull them back.
Yes, but I'm almost positive. Yes.
I believe once it's fabricated, it stays.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
And if that's not the case, that was the case with your sled on your cart. So let that be that.
Yeah, it stays.
And yeah,
sorry. The asterisk was if I didn't build it out of wood.
I'm gonna start putting the bodies on the barge then, and
all right.
I'm gonna cover Dalen's body with my cloak. I'm gonna take my cloak off and kind of wrap her in it, though.
Okay. Does anyone else have anything they'd like to do before making their way back?
Good.
Then in that case, you all turn your back on this swamp, on the edge of this Sinfrenial wood, and make your way slowly back to the forest, trudging through the water and moving carefully, ensuring that no other threats are around, none that you see passively. You all continue along until the water begins to lower, and soon enough you are walking on land once again. Around the spot where you left the Alliamites, you see their little onion heads pop out. Pop out as they see you approaching. And they just...
fucking Pikmin.
They see you and they are just... Oh! You're back! Hello, 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 hello! Did you do it? Ah.
Yes.
I forget I forget what voice I did from. Something like this. What were you saying?
If by do it, we mean stop the Emperor of the Forest, yes.
Yay! They all like go and start like cheering around, and they're like, yay! Start dancing around you all just. They go, thank you, thank you. You need to come back. Come back.
Welcome. Come back with you.
Come back, and they grab you all like by your pant leg, by your shirt, by your sheath, or in Zook's case, by your hand, and start walking you back, back to their camp, to their tent. And soon enough, you walk back into this little Alliamite camp. And you can hear them shouting out in Sylvan, "They did it! They did it! Yay!" And people, little onion heads are coming out and cheering and are happy and are very, sorry, I have to find my garlicle. Are very excited. Soon enough, they lead you up to the largest tent, the home of the Garlicle, and he has already begun to make his way out, hearing the cheering as you guys approach. And as he walks out, he looks up at you, and in common, he says, "Oh, I believe you had perished when you did not originally make it back."
I took the time to try to heal the land through a plant growth spell. I know you said the Sinfos tribe has not helped you to to repair what has been done here, but I did my best.
It is very noble of you, Furbolg. I already sense that the Forest Emperor is indeed dead. So, as promised, I am offering one divination. Have you all given it some thought?
Not really.
No, not at all.
Do you need some reminder on how the spell works?
It's the woe wheel and...
What?
Is it the one with the woe and the wheel and the woe and wheel?
No. In this one, you ask a single question concerning a goal, event, or activity to occur within 7 days. I offer a reply as best as I can, and as truthful as I can. Doesn't take into account any possible circumstances that might change the outcome, such as casting of additional spells or the loss or gain of a companion.
Probably not me then. There's nothing coming up within 7 days for me.
Very well. Then nothing for you.
Father, maybe we ask what we will need to do to speak with the Raven Queen specifically. We believe she's in Dar Arael. We believe it is pointing us that direction, but maybe that is...
Be asking about what she wants from us? Since we already know where to go?
Yeah, maybe something more like that.
Just a thought.
Yeah, but we'd be able to ask her once we get there.
Yeah, maybe more like what we will need to do to communicate with her, because she's pointing us in a direction, but maybe if it's an event within the next 7 days, that's kind of what I was thinking. Like, in the next 7 days, what would we need? What we need to do to communicate with her? I don't know if that makes any sense.
Or how do we find her, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah.
Just go with how to find her.
I have a question.
Very well.
How can we find the Raven Queen?
Very well. Are you sure?
Yes.
The Garlicle goes back into his tent, and he comes back out with with a handful of some rocks, some twigs, things like that. And he sits down, cross-legged, on the ground. He looks up at you. All of you, sit, please, sit. Careful not to sit on anything. And then he says in Sylvan, "The rest of you scatter!" And they all just run off. You all sit. And you see the Garlicle picks up a handful of rocks and tosses them across the ground. Picks up a handful of twigs and tosses them across the ground. He scrapes in the dirt and makes a few markings, a few symbols. You see it looks to be some sort of tree as he kind of scrapes through it. And as the spell is being cast, he reaches up to his head, and it seems to be growing from him. He pulls a garlic head from the top of his head and rips it off And he breaks it open and scatters the cloves across the ground. And then he opens his eyes, and you see they're black. Dead god, not dead. Beyond the veil. Place of power and great sacrifice. Needed for communication. The chapel! The chapel! One must die for all to live. Did it make sense?
In a way.
If by making sense you mean we understood it, then I would say so. Is it a promising sentiment? I don't know about that.
If I may offer an elegy, I believe is the word. You are asking to speak to a god that is, for all intents and purposes, dead. She does not exist in the way that you and I do. And as such, in order to communicate with something that is that far gone, a great show of faith is necessary in order to give some power back. But that is all I know. I am not as familiar with the Raven Queen as you all appear to be.
Demetrius grabs one of Grimald's pistols and just...
No, he's probably got the same amount of information on the Raven Queen as we do, so... We're on level playing field.
Uh-oh.
Oh, alright, bye.
He had frozen, so...
Okay.
I am now quite tired. You may help yourself to my cloves. And he stands up and walks to the tent, gesturing, of course, to the garlic cloves that he scattered across the ground.
I'll pick one up and put it in a pouch.
Okay.
Yes. Same. Thank you for everything. Your great garlicalness. It has been an honor to work with you.
I did nothing of thanks. We made a deal. You did your thing, I did mine. We now owe each other nothing. Not even thanks.
Is there any message you would like given to the Sinfos tribe on our way there?
I have no interest in speaking with furbolgs. And he walks inside. Okay.
Well, we got an answer, that's for sure. Let's head back. We'll get the sap and we will complete this quest.
Good idea.
All right. As you all stand up and leave the Aliamite camp, as they all kind of climb up on their tents and wave goodbye at you, shouting goodbye in Sylvan, goodbye, 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 and some of them
I
even...
don't know what you're saying.
Some of them even kind of following you out. I would say you all now know the Sylvan word for goodbye. As you kind of get that is what they are saying again and again and again.
Duolingo says you unlocks the next lesson.
It's like Final Fantasy X as you learn. Oh, what's the language? I forget the language. Mitch knows. Anyway, wow, Mitch. You make your way out of the camp, and
Can we convert the barge into a sled to take the?
if he wants to cast his fabricate,
I was just pulling it. I tied some ropes.
he can
to it
also
and
just
things.
pull it. He has the strength for it.
That's kind of what I meant, was to make it easier, just to like stabilize it, so it could be dragged to the forest easier. But if you're okay with it being dragged, regardless, it's fine. I'm not gonna fight that.
It's fine.
All right.
Albed. It's called Albed.
Thank you, Albed. You all make your way back to the Pine Dunes, Grove, and that is where we're gonna take a break. A little bit early, but I have to go to the bathroom so bad, so we're gonna do that. So we are gonna take 15 minutes. Don't go anywhere. We will be back very, very soon. Bye-bye. welcome back. I got the birthday boy here.
Are you gonna sing?
You can. He doesn't get it, but he doesn't even know what's going on. He's super annoyed today. He's in a mood. He's
getting older.
Yep, he's 2 now. He's a big old boy. Maybe he'll stop acting like such a fucking idiot. So.
Well, he's what, 14 in cat years now? So you got a moody teenager.
I don't
with
think
you.
I don't think it equates to I don't think it equates to 7 for cats. I think because cats can live anywhere from 10 years to like 20 something years. So it's all like it gets weird and fucky with cats. I think it's like an exponential age thing though for them. Like 2 is 2, but then like 3 is 5, and then so on and so forth.
I legitimately thought you said it's an existential age thing. And I was like, the cat's just like...
It's however he's feeling.
Oh. This actually says he's 24.
Oh, wow.
I just looked it up.
So what you're telling me is the cats that are like 20-something can become ancient beings.
Yes.
Well,
they harness the power and the knowledge of the universe.
He's in his 20s now, which is not a good sign. He's going to be
Oyo's
absolutely
17. Text me, wench. I was there when they were written.
Yeah, what is a cat that's 17 in cat years?
84.
See, so it doesn't like, it's not like a direct thing.
Right.
84 makes perfect sense for that cat. He is like 84.
Using a random number generator.
Oh, well, there's actually a chart.
He's just rolling dice.
Yeah, Mitch is like, I don't know, 108. All right, let's get started.
I went to the oldfarmersalmanac.com.
Oh, it's from the almanac.
And there is a chart.
The almanac knows.
Cat years to human years.
All right. So, diving back in. You all begin making your way back to the Pine Dooms Grove. Does anyone have anything they want to do or talk about on the way there? Okay.
So, how do we feel about going to potentially talk to a dead god and something having to die?
What do you mean having to die?
Well, the Garlicle seems to think that in order for us to talk to the Raven Queen, a sacrifice has to be made, and for one must die so that all can live. It's still very vague, but it seems like...
I just like point at Carl.
Carl's over here actually pointing at Joe. What? She's expendable.
So is he. And I taunt him.
Listen, if anyone in the party is not currently pulling their weight, I think we all know who it is.
And Joe looks around and is like, is it me?
It's you, Joe.
I think it, in a way, makes sense if it is the goddess of death, that death is required. I mean, a show of faith, right? Why would she allow that to remain, right? Why would she not want that servant living?
Point of order, she is the goddess of life and death.
Life and death. So there you go, 2 sides of the same coin. Yes.
I thought you liked rocks, not coins.
This is really good. It is a human saying I picked up from Plaxia.
Yes, I'm a human, so I'm from 3.
She's like, I know our saying, Sinrig.
You're right. She does. That is exactly what she does. In her journal, she says, "Today, Sinrig taught me a human saying. I feel ashamed." Oh well, should we maybe go? So what's the plan? Are we just gonna go straight there? Are we going to talk to Deliria? What? Oh no, wait. Last time we talked to Deliria, I don't know if everybody knows this. She is no longer going to be in that pocket dimension.
Yes, she returned to New Praxia to look into the whole illithid
Yes,
invasion.
but we still have the teleportation circle. And she said that she was going to gather some knowledge, and then the next time that we visited, she would let us know. We don't have to go before we can go do the Dar Arael thing, but I just wanted to remind everybody of that. And if we wanted to maybe see if there was stuff to stock up, I have no gold left, so I'm good. But if people wanted to, I don't know, check with her and see if she had some stuff that would be helpful, maybe.
So if she's
I could
not
use some time to read my, and I show everybody the book that says Healing Potions for Dummies. I could really use some more time to read up on this, so I could start making some potions for all of us. So if you guys wanted to go to her, I could read this. Or if we were like, no, we got to get there right now, we could just go there. I don't really care.
Well,
I'm providing some options.
if she's no longer in the pocket dimension, she can no longer drop us off wherever we need, right?
Correct.
So if we go
Correct.
to her,
We would have
will
to
be in
teleportation
Praxia.
circle back to wherever, and then yes.
Okay, so that does maybe complicate things a little bit.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying we could do it afterwards. I'm not saying we have to do it right away. I'm just reminding us all that is
Definitely.
option. We could also go for King's Crossing and go back and get some supplies. Does everybody have supplies to dig? I do not, but I could try punching the rocks. I've never tried that.
I have my mind.
Unagi.
We do not have rock digging supplies. We have some shovels and things, but we would...
Oh! I, Grimold, am a gnome. I am the rock digging supplies.
Cool, so let's just go straight to Dar Arael then.
That being said, I am very small.
I really want to try punching a rock. I've never tried it before. I want to try.
Oh, I don't know why you waited so long. They're rocks. They're everywhere.
Never had a reason to punch a rock.
I'll give you a cool rock to punch here, and I hand her my transmuter stone.
The rock that you dropped after picks up its legs and just runs off like.
Oh, it was it. Why did you pick up a creature? That's terrible.
I hate the Feywild. Can we leave?
That's great. I don't find myself agreeing with people so much.
I mean, the Feywild.
I'll never recover from this moment.
If she tried to punch you, we'd be like, no!
The rock just, please don't punch me!
And Joe never punches any rock.
Here, punch this rock. I'm not a rock!
Turns her into a pacifist.
Is that a living thing? Is that a living thing? Oh, God!
Wait, you punch living things all the time.
Yeah,
she knows they're living.
They deserve it. They usually deserve it.
Joe's like, I've got two pacifists.
Oh, hell yes! Oh, they're pacifists. Yep, that's what they're called now. That's what they're called now. Hell yes.
At any point in time, there is a non-zero chance that anything is alive in the Feywild.
Oh my God! You can get it tattooed on your knuckles. Pacifist.
Delirium!
All
That's
right.
fucking happening. It doesn't even need to be a magical one. I just want to go to a regular tattoo artist and get that on Joe's knuckles.
Sure. All right. So you
They
guys.
are magical, though. If you get knuckle tattoos, you never get a good job again.
You guys.
I work,
Okay, boomer.
I work in a bar and I punch things for a living. I don't.
Oh, then you could absolutely have knuckle tattoos.
You all walk a little bit further until you arrive at the Pine Doom. It stayed put from where you guys had left it, and as you enter its grove, you watch as the pine trees, which have taken root, begin to kind of sway inward toward where the Pine Doom is, and just one after another, kind of you get the sense that they're informing the Pine Doom of your arrival. You walk in, and as you do, you see the Pine Doom pushes itself up from the ground, shaking the dirt free that it has been rooted within, and turns to look at all of you. Just. Well.
Done. Forest Emperor has been destroyed. And the land that it inhabited is being fixed.
Above and beyond. Incredible.
Like, I just wanted you to kill that mammoth, but you did what?
We have helped cipher the deceased. There's
Still only paying you for the mammoth, by the way.
Forgot about that.
And assaulted sentient geodal beings while we were at it.
It reaches into its mouth, pulls out a drop of sap. For it, a drop of sap for you is a good handful. And
Anyone have a bottle?
Good Pooh Bear size. Yes, I always have bottles. I just drink a whole bottle of beer and then
it places the sap into the bottle and just kind of fills in. And then I am impressed with your initiative, fleshies.
Oh, my initiative was terrible in that fight, just so you know.
I was gonna say, yeah, I rolled a 3.
I rolled a 2.
I do not need to know how much you contributed. However,
good.
And it begins to pick off pine cones from its head. 5 of them. And it holds them out and he goes, a gift. You take them. They're a little sticky. They are sap-filled pine cones. You can throw them, and I'll give you guys this information, but just to tell you, they got a range of 30/120. It's when you hit, it's 2d4 plus your strength, slashing damage, surprisingly, and it must succeed. A target and each creature within 5 feet of it must succeed on a DC 16 Dexterity saving throw or be restrained by sap.
That's badass.
Joe has like the strangest face right now. She's like, why the fuck is he giving us his pine cones?
I think I'm gonna nab one of those.
They're little sap bombs. So it gives you 5 of those. I'll give you guys the stats later. I'm not expecting combat today, so I'll give it to you later.
Wait, did you guys hear that?
Yeah, I heard it.
Fight the tree.
Try to punch some rocks.
Thanks.
Where's that rock? Let's go beat his ass.
We just waste all 5 pine cones on that one rock.
Get over here!
I love the vision of like a little rock with like.
It's a little rock with arms and legs just running through the forest.
It's not a boulder. It's a rock.
He basically got a little drawn on face is basically all it is. Just 2 dots for the eyes and a little mouth.
Nice boulder.
Drawn on face and pacifier on his knuckles.
The Pine Doom hands them to you all and just... Your service in the wood is appreciated. We shall root here for some more time.
Thank you. Do you know of any Enfys vines in the area?
He kind of like looks around and just kind of gestures along the ground. As you can see, they're moving beneath the foliage.
I'll go to one.
Okay.
We are on our way back, so no one needs to be curious if we are dead or not. Speak into it.
You all actually hear something very cool as the forest seems to be whispering away at that point, as it carries the message deeper into the wood.
That's like Pocahontas.
The Enfys vines are how the Firbolg communicate within the wood. Since we are naturally able to speak to plants, they carry the message for us back to the Hin, and the Heen Infus Keeper relays the message to whoever is needed.
Great.
One day's walk.
And so it is, and you have traveled for an hour already. So, as you all begin your trek back to the Great Oak, moving through the wood, carefully, quickly, as quick as you can. After 8 hours of travel, there is still an hour left of travel in your forced march. So I need everyone to roll one Constitution save, DC 10. Just let me know if you make it or not.
I'd like to say that the whole time that we're walking, I ask Sinrig, "Is that alive? Is that alive? Is that alive?
Probably.
Is that alive?"
Probably.
Oh God!
Hey.
Point at the bodies in the raft. Are those alive?
It's a con save, you said?
A con save, yep. DC 10. Yeah, DC 10. That's
crushed it.
Crushed it.
All right, did everyone make it? Anyone fail?
No.
Demetrius?
Oh, no.
All right, that's another level of exhaustion.
Oh no, he sucks again.
Well, he would have gotten one level back from his long rest before.
Yeah, so it's just one.
And I did not.
All right, one level of exhaustion for you too, Varus. All right, I'm assuming everyone else is good. I just trust you. It's a DC 10, so it's not that big of a deal. Except for, I think both of you failed it last time too.
Yep. I think Mark failed it last time.
Okay. Well, there you go. You guys are good. Step up. All right. Does anyone have anything they want to talk about on the way there? Not there.
Who we gonna kill?
I point at Carl. Carl, he's like sitting on my shoulder. I'm gonna kill Carl.
He's sitting on your shoulder?
Oh no, that was for shits and giggles.
Oh, if he's sitting on your shoulder when you say that, he definitely digs his claws in. Keep walking, human.
Keep walking.
I think whoever goes has to be able to talk to the person, right? The Raven Queen. The idea is you're crossing over in order to talk to her.
Wait, crossing over where?
Probably to another plane, I'd assume. The astral plane, right?
Oh.
I think.
Why we always gotta go to other planes? I mean, like, I don't know, man.
Listen, man, I couldn't find a direct flight. All they had were layovers.
I would suggest myself
To switch planes!
What was that, Grimald?
Yep. I thought of it. I didn't say it because it wasn't funny. I was like, I gotta stop making dad jokes. Mike came in and was a hero for me.
I would offer myself. I would not be here and alive if it was not for Demetrius and Mo. The least I could do is take the risk in this crossover.
Whoa. Okay. First of all, when I wanted to die, y'all didn't let me, so that's not happening. Okay? That's not happening. Okay? Don't try to be like me, Grimmel. Don't try it, okay? I'm the OG. No, you cannot do it. No.
Grimmel,
No.
An honorable request. But I think we must see what the parameters of this will be. Yes? Because Aldous brings up a good point. Perhaps it is a temporary thing to speak to the Raven Queen. In which case, I mean, I don't want to put any names, but Demetrius is the one who needs to speak with her the most.
He's the only one who can bring people back if somebody tells her.
Which is also true.
I cannot bring anyone back.
Yes, that's also true.
I mean, like, when you talk to her,
What should I say?
basically, like, I feel like one of us is going to go over there and be like, hey, give this guy really likes you. Can you be his patron? And she'll be like, okay, and then you're going to bring us back.
Why don't we just ask her?
But if you're over there and you're like, hey, I need your patron, she's going to be like, okay. And then you're stuck.
We will have to see what.
Just cross that bridge and we get to it.
Well, I think it is important, because I will say, as if you all accept me as, if you all accept calling me Sinrig again as you seem to have, I will not allow any of you to die in my name. However, if it is someone needing to be sent to speak with her, Demetrius does make the most sense. So we will have to see the situation at hand.
We're gonna have to punch some rocks first. Not the live rocks, not the live rocks! Joe says out loud to all of the rocks. I promise I won't, not here, it's a different plane. Oh god, they all hate me.
The ethics are questionable, but we could hire a few hands to help us clear the rocks as well.
Well, if Zane can enlarge multiple people, just enlarge me and Dozer, and we'll just throw the rocks. It's
I
fine.
think, Moke, I think you are misunderstanding my friend Grim here. He is saying we bring along the sacrifice.
So you
don't
want me to make you all big?
No, we cannot all fit in that in Dar Arael if we are all big.
Yes to
And
big.
he's like,
no to indentured servitude.
Yeah, come on, Mr. Zoltar. I want to be big.
All right.
I don't get it.
All right.
That's okay. You're just not cultured then.
No, it's a line from the movie. Fuck you.
You all
Listen, I have one job on this stream.
You all march.
Is to make and get references.
March on. Demetrius and Varus a little bit tired, as you do, but nothing too bad. And soon enough, make your way back to the Great Oak, where you walk back into the amphitheater, where you see a few of the Hin, not all of them, but just a few of them, Hin Oakshield, Hin Sinrig, Hin Emphas Keeper, all there, and then also Titania and Oberon also there. Canarax, of course, not there, and Grieger not there any longer.
Thank God.
As you walk back in,
I pull the barge directly in front of them, and I gently let it down.
you see Hin Treeskin's just eyes wide and sunken, and just
They deserve the proper burial that I did not give them. I was desperate. I was desperate to make it up to them and to seek vengeance. And in doing so, I left them to suffer a worse fate than had already begotten them.
This does not overturn our decision, Treeskin, or Sinrig.
It does not need to be. But I bring them here for the Circle Clan to take care of them as they deserve to be taken care of.
Oakshield is like kind of puts his hand on Hin Treeskin and just, it is good that you did this. Thank you. This up.
Joe, do you have the bottle? There you go.
They take it and just take it out. Very well. Passes it off to just a furbolg behind him. Takes it. They look at Emphas Keeper at this point, and the furbolg nods. You see the vine that's wrapped around its arm just kind of begins to tighten, squeeze as it listens. It is alive.
What is alive?
The Pine Doom.
Oh, yes.
Very good. Sinrig no clan. You've gone above and beyond in this matter. And at this point, Titania puts her hand up, and you see she's looking around. You were followed.
What?
And at this point, she looks up in the tree, and you see she, boom, claps her hand, and a blast of sunlight flies from her, and you see this moth-like creature fall out of the tree and explode into moon dust. You've been followed.
By what?
A Lunarian. And you see the furbolgs are like look at her, and they're just, what? Roll a nature check, Moke. Sinrig.
Oh, yeah. 19 plus 4.
Lunarians are Fae that, Fae of the Moon. They actually live on a moon Fae plane of sorts, or did, until they were, you know that they were banished, though you never know why. They never kind of, it was never really expanded upon why it happened. You know that they did something wrong, and they were banished from the Feywild. You know, some have remained underground in the Feywild, as a way to kind of stay as close to home as possible, but others left. And they are definitely not allowed to be above the surface.
Wow. Okay. I do not know why we would have been followed here.
Are we done, Hin? And they're like, yes. We have more to discuss now, apparently.
I also have more to discuss with the Hin of the Sinfos tribe.
Go ahead.
My mistakes set aside, why was the spot to the south of the Synfrinial Wood left unattended to when you knew there was a forest emperor taking over?
We needed deliberation on your verdict before deciding how to clean up your mess.
I was here for 3 years. You could have sent me to take care of this before. The Pine Dooms were in danger from monsters and creatures seeking to destroy them as the swamp encroached upon our territory.
It was your mess, but we needed to be sure of the decision we make in regards to your punishments. Once deliberation would have been completed, we may have asked you to clean up your mess.
But how much land would have been destroyed or taken while you deliberated? How many birth trees might have been consumed in this time?
Land that would have been destroyed would have been reclaimed.
Well, it is done. I have taken care of this problem already.
Good. We are glad that you were capable of cleaning up your mess.
And now I'd like to discuss Sinrig Oakshield and his mess. Involving Kragen Oakshield.
That Sinrig Oakshield is dead.
On what terms? Did he die peacefully, or was he stripped of his honor as well?
He was murdered by Kraken Oakshield.
Oh, that's right. I did forget that, actually. It's been a while since we talked to Kraken. Did you do anything to repair relations with Kraken, or you just let him leave as well?
Kraken Oakshield murdered my kin.
And mine. But that same kin abused and not just his clan, but his power as a Sindig.
Kraken Oakshield was given a decision on his clan. He asked for appeals. His appeals were denied. We have chosen the best place for him. It was his job to deal with his situation, not to murder his Sinrig. Exile was a courtesy.
How else could he have dealt with a Sinrig that beat and abused him?
By keeping his nose to the ground.
So it is not just I that is dishonorable here among our clan and our tribe, but all of you as well.
It was the word of a murderer versus the word of a dead Furbolg.
And as you should know, a Sinrig that takes abuse of power over his position has no say. Whatever reason he was murdered, he deserved it.
You are correct. A Sinrig like that has no say. And as such, this conversation is over.
Also, one last thing. I'm not Sinrig no clan. I'm Sinrig Caballeros.
Good old CC, baby.
Are we married to
You hear Oberon just like, love it, yeah. And Titania's like, stop, please.
Easy, Krakoa.
And the Hin are just like, very well, whatever you need. We will not write it down. And they stand up and
Me neither.
begin making their way out.
Write it down.
Titania stays.
So a giant moth followed us?
Moth person. Lunarian, yes.
Mothman?
Yeah, like a Mothman, yes.
Cool. That's totally normal.
Well,
It is said that Mothmen are omens that signal the coming of a great disaster.
Really?
they certainly followed a great disaster. And
Not us.
it seems radically provident that they are involved so shortly after we spoke of Morpheus.
Is he related to the Lunarians?
Many of the Lunarians chose to go with him. Being Fae of the Moon, they felt connected to the Archfey of Dreams.
Morpheus.
Yes, that is the exact connection, yes.
Yeah, it's because the names are same, you know?
Yeah, absolutely, that's what happened. They're not Malts, they're Lunarians, but that's fine.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
He does that.
Oberon's just like, thank you.
Yes.
Fucking just mansplained a god.
Yeah, I know.
Anyway, I'm glad that this all turned out fairly well as it could for all of you. Now, Sinrig Caballeros. You hear Oberon, love it. You owe me something now for my assistance.
What will you have of me?
The rod. And I would have you bring it back to me. The Furbolgs seem to have no use of it at this point, being that they are down a clan that used it. And we need to reevaluate our status and their contract here. As I promised you, the Furbolg will still have a purpose in the Feywild. Of course, the Symphonial Wood is very important for the balance of all things here. But guarding crossings, we may need to find a new job for that. A new worker for that.
I can't wait to see what your ideas are for it.
I need the road first.
That's like a way of She's like, yeah, we're gonna have to evict we're gonna have to evict them. They're not
She's-
paying rent.
She's not
so-
evicting them. She is firing them. Not even firing them. We'll say demoting. She's demoting them.
Why does demoting feel worse than firing in my mind?
Oh man, it's because they still have to keep doing the job. They're just getting paid less.
Yeah.
You guys are getting paid?
Yes, we are looking for the rod. Yes.
Very good. Then, how can I help? Send you to where it needs to be gotten. She like cracks her knuckles.
Dar Arael?
Yes, we are seeking the Raven Queen.
Oh, that's like not the rod at all. That's interesting.
Well, if we're not all at full power, we can't really effectively take on the Red King, which we believe he has.
Fine. Fine. I trust your judgment in this matter.
Just like, nobody trusts my judgment!
My queen, though, I do have one question for you. Why would the Raven Queen have any power here in the Feywilds? Did they take the barge of the bodies? Did they?
No, they're still here.
Okay.
Some Furbolg have begun to kind of gather them.
Before they take Dalen's, I'll show her the bones. And the spirit of my dead wife left me a feather as well.
She shouldn't have power here. But if she is still alive, like you say, it's very possible that the little bit of power she sends... Well, I should say, gods can have power in the Feywild. They can exist. I just don't let them.
So maybe she's not a god anymore?
She just may be so weak that I did not notice her influence here. Claiming one body is not the same as setting foot on our ground.
I was just curious. It was such a shocking thing to see. I do not know why she would have any need to contact me or my daughter.
This isn't contact. This is claiming of a soul. If this body were to reanimate, it would come back as a revenant of the Raven Queen. It means she would be a paladin of sorts. One devoted to the balance of life and death.
Yo, we could use a paladin, guys. Sorry.
Wow, I'm right here.
She would also use a true resurrection in order to come back at this point.
Yeah, we could use it. No, sorry.
And I'm not interested in resurrecting
No,
a body claimed by a god that I'm not exactly a fan of.
No, I'm a kid. I don't even know what I'm talking about.
Why do you say you are not a fan of her?
I had some issues with the Raven Queen in the past, and her poor decision-making. She took sides with a particular tyrant during...
They both show up to the same party in the same dress.
No, she took sides with a particular tyrant back in the day that caused some dear friends of mine very many problems.
You know about that, right?
Well, then we killed her.
Was that Orcus?
She took the side of the immortal, or the invincible.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Oh, that's right. My dad.
Yes. Granted, she did not do it in, like... she thought she was doing the right thing. She just wasn't, like... She picked the wrong side. That's all.
If the Raven Queen is trying to contact us, can she be trusted?
If it were me, I'd say no. But I'm not a fan of her. Are you a fan of her, Father?
A long time ago, in my youth, I was, and my whole village was.
And did she ever do wrong to you?
No, she was long gone at that point. It was hard to relinquish our old ways of worship. And I never really knew her or what she stood for.
Well, go figure that out, I suppose. Make a decision there.
Then we must go to Dar Arael.
All right.
Are we all in agreement with this?
Yes, take me there.
Okay. I've been on the
Sounded-
island once before. Shouldn't be too big of an issue.
Now
How...
remember,
What kind of time frame are you looking for here?
Can it be right when we left?
It could be... minutes,
close.
I believe.
Cool, let's do that.
Double check. Days become minutes. So yes, you've been here for 2 days roughly, so you would have been gone for 2 minutes.
Go.
Straight to Dar Arael then?
Straight to Daria.
that's some wild ass shit. Let's go.
Dar Arael, part 2.
There's one last thing. That Lunarian that was following you, I don't know what you said when it was in the earshot. So be advised that it very well may have gotten information back already.
To Mafia.
I don't
They
know
become
who it worked for.
Do you... My queen, I've never heard the full story of the Lunarians. What did happen there? Why are they enemies?
Many of them chose to leave with Morpheus. And
Just that. Okay.
as a result, I said if they would like to leave, then they may leave. And removed them from their area of the Feywild. Alright. Hold your breath. And I hope none of you have eaten anything in the last 24 hours. And at this point, she claps. And you hear Oberon be like, "And don't forget about dinner!" As you all feel yourselves tugged from your gut.
I just look at Dozer and go, ho, 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 ho.
Dozer makes eye contact with the camera. I've made a huge mistake.
As you all feel yourselves tugged from your gut and pulled in as your bodies bend and twist in the planes, and suddenly you are all standing in the
That was a
stone
hell of a thing.
in the
That was
stone
good.
circle outside of the entrance to Dar Arael. The large tower looming overhead
Advantage on saves.
with a light
I'm just afraid something's gonna come
in the
at
window.
us right now.
With a light in the window. The sun has set at this point, as it is in fact still. Or no, you left in the morning, so it's still morning. It's morning now, actually. This is the first day of January. January, of course, here is a bit more like March for us. No snow on the ground, though a little bit chilly in this morning. As you stand outside. What
Let's
do we
get inside
want to
quickly.
do?
Let's get inside quickly.
Yeah, I want to look around for that fuck ass.
That guy doesn't like us. Let's get inside.
Yes, we should get inside so we're clear, but do you all mind if I just take an hour to sit for a second?
Why don't we do that in the Feywild? Why are we doing that here where there's danger?
I forgot about it right here.
Can we go inside?
The last time we took a rest out here, you remember what happened?
The last couple
Go
times.
inside. We'll go inside, and then we'll just take an hour. That's all. That's all.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Inside. Yeah. Go inside. Yeah.
All right.
We're inside where?
Dar Arael. Inside the temple or whatever.
The temple or the chapel or
The
the
main area. The main area, Michael.
The vestibule.
Got it.
The foyer. Foyer.
Yay.
You all right, you all very quickly get inside, make your way down the steps.
I want to perceive real quick to see if I saw anybody or anything.
You all of a sudden freeze. No, I'm kidding. You're good.
Freeze frame.
You want to make a
13.
perception check?
Yeah, I got 13.
You didn't see anything when you arrived.
Good.
All right, you all quickly down the steps, down back into Dar Arael. Oh boy. Let's see.
Let's fight something.
See. As you all quickly make your way back down into the depths, the darkness engulfing you as you leave the morning light. You soon arrive on that first landing with the bull. Do you continue?
Is everything still lit?
No, though you remember the lights dimmed as you passed to this point last time.
Oh, okay.
Did you do something, Father Demetrius? Yes.
Yes, it required some of my blood.
Wait, I just need a short rest though. Can we do that really quick? Just to clarify, the 1 hour short rest. Are we good for that?
I will.
Well,
take
you
my
are not
robe.
in the foyer currently. You are just on the landing with the bowl, and then there are more steps that go further down. It's currently dark in here.
Oh, never mind. Then it's okay. Sorry.
Do it.
I'll go ahead and just make a cut on the back of my hand. I guess I don't know.
Okay. On the back, cut on the back of your hand. Go ahead and take a point of damage. And you drop it. You hold it over the bowl, and drops hit it.
Drop to Jupiter.
And so, slowly but surely, the gems begin to glow blue once again. It is now bright enough to see in here. And you make your way back down, further down, to the foyer. This is where you could take your short rest really quick. I'm so sorry. My bladder is really tiny today. I will be right back again. Chat amongst yourselves.
Just pop the seal. You gotta keep going.
I know. I'll be
I was
right.
fully
I'll be super
expecting
quick.
Ben. I was fully expecting Ben to just be like, then as you go down to rest. Out of nowhere, Sinrig is ambushed.
Okay, so how do we feel? Like, how attached are we to the Raven Queen? Like, with a weakened state, we could totally strike another god down.
We don't even know if she's technically in the status of a god right now.
What's a king to a god? What's a god to a non-believer?
She
Puts on
also
his duster, grabs his pistols, walks down the stairs.
She also potentially holds the soul of my daughter, so like.
So I'm saying, like, we maybe get some stuff from her, maybe prevent her from getting back to full power of God.
What was exactly said? Was it a life for a life? Because that
No,
doesn't
it said-
necessarily mean death.
She
No.
said one must die so that all may live,
Yeah, it was one must die so the rest can live, I think.
or the rest can.
Yeah, it was gonna say it was the all or the rest.
She might have a request for us to kill somebody. It might not necessarily be that we are sacrificed. I just think we all need to
Okay.
pump
I'm
the
back.
brakes on I sacrifice myself. We don't need to do the whole Black Widow, Hawkeye scene.
Yes,
I
you
am
do.
Spartacus.
Yes, you do. I want to see
No,
some
I-
people dying.
Hi, Spartacus.
Why do you think I did this? I want you all to die. Okay.
This has all been a giant ruse so that I can play my druid character.
Hell yeah, let's go.
My druid character, who is essentially just like a husk for the Holly King because winter has just ended. It's so perfect. I know it's not going to happen, but
So, here we are in the foyer. You guys have a short rest available. Is there anything you would all like to do in this short rest?
Yes, I would like to read my book.
Go ahead. Yeah, take an hour to read the book. Anything else for the rest of you?
Grimold will continue training Demetrius.
Okay. Another hour of training. I don't think an hour really gets you anything, but it'll add up for this. What do you got, Vars?
I'll say, even though it's not going to get rid of my 1 level of exhaustion, Varus is going to catnap, like it's actually going to help him, but it's not.
Okay. You can always cast Greater Restoration on yourself again.
No.
What was that for? Sorry.
No, he's just catnapping. Okay. Quick
Zook,
power nap for Varus. What was that?
I want to talk to Zook.
Go ahead.
What did I do?
You know what you did. Now tell me.
And you never catch me! And I take off. So I make it like 6 feet or so. I'm sprinting. He's walking next to me, having a full conversation.
The classic, like I just pick you up from your collar. I'm just running in there. Zook, I know, I'm sure you've been through a lot, and you've learned a lot while we were apart. Maybe we could do a new exchange of information. I know it's been a minute. I might have some things you would be inclined to pick up.
Elves.
Spells,
What?
yes. Spells.
Oh.
Spells.
Sorry, Grimold came out of fucking nowhere. He's so
All right, now that was a Matt. Like, what is this conversation about?
It's like, I got some of what you need.
Yeah, I know I learned maybe like 5th level or something. I learned a few of your spells, and I think you picked up a few of mine. I'm just implying we should exchange information again.
Yeah, we should trade notes, exchange numbers, get together sometime. I don't think there's anything. I wrote the notes down somewhere, but I don't think there's anything we could do in a short rest amount of time.
I mostly just wanted to start the conversation and maybe like
Lay the groundwork, get the foundation
Yeah.
going. I got it. Hey, I'm here. I'm stepping in when you're shitting out.
I thought you were gonna like ask him what happened to him.
Yeah, no.
Zane's
I
not one
knew
to
that wasn't
pry.
gonna be. Yeah, no. Listen, if there's one thing I know, it's that none of the 8 of you give a fuck.
You already mentioned that you don't want to tell us. You literally said that.
Just putting on a rough exterior. Rough, not rocky, because I don't want you to fucking punch me. But rough exterior.
Speaking of rough, we need to get your dog back.
We're always asking where Zook is. We're never asking how Zook is.
Very true.
Maybe it's because he's always gone.
Well,
Yes, but we need to ask ourselves why.
not only why. You know what? I have an answer for why. Because the only time you people give a shit is when I'm ghost. And even then, there was a significant period of time where you didn't even realize I was fucking gone!
At that point, Zook, you all hear, just coming from somewhere, "These halls echo! Shut up!"
What?
I assume they just hear me. They can't see me, whoever it is.
You just kind of heard it come from somewhere.
I'm gonna use prestidigitation to make my voice sound really deep.
I'm gonna say, who are you?
Hey, I'm gonna come over there and whoop that ass!
Talk about that. Nobody wants to.
Man, shut the hell up with that dumb shit.
You wanna fight a Goliath in a trench coat? I'm gonna come over there and break your head off. Coming up your ass. How about that sound?
Roll an intimidation check. Let's see
Oh, that's something I have.
you can use your spellcasting ability.
Ooh! So +5. Okay. Doop-a-doop-a-doop-oo. How do I make you roll? There we go. That's not bad. That's a 17.
17?
Yeah.
You don't get any other response.
Fucking thought so. Bitches. So. So sorry that you had to see that part of me. Whew. Sometimes people just, we're good though.
Wait, are we? There's someone else here.
Oh yeah, that's a problem. Sorry, I got so distracted.
Did the voice sound familiar?
No, you've never heard it before.
And I'm just still reading.
I'm sure listen, that sounds an awful lot like a later ass problem. Add it to the book if there's space. What were we talking about before we so rudely interrupted? Oh yes, that's right. The attention, mine, and how I don't get enough of it.
Well, you have our
The
attention.
attention, mine, and how I don't get enough of it.
You have our attention now.
Okay, so what happened to you? Where did you go?
Yeah, exactly. What do you want to tell us?
You know, I don't.
Fucking told you.
What happened to you and where did you go?
Whew, sorry. Oh, Seth's crying.
This is Zook having a fucking panic attack.
Oh no, this is Seth actually. Enjoying the fuck out of Zook. Okay, so. Oh, that's right. I was like sitting here trying to remember. I was like, I could have sworn I did tell you guys this. I told you in a big sobbing stupor, and not a single word of it was intelligible. So okay, no shit. There I was, right, and trying to find Kellen. Me and Deliria back on speaking terms. Me and her, there's no keeping us apart. And so I went and I found old Masmosi stole Kellen, and I became aware of this, and we put together a big team to plan a heist and steal my son back, which would go great. Crack team, me at the head, nothing could go wrong. Except Masi knew I was coming. And so he had a couple of demands, and I had no balls in my court. So I bowed to those demands.
What are those demands?
Honestly, they're fair. It's a very short list. There's actually only one, and it's very fair. You all cannot kill the Red King.
I don't know that was necessarily the plan yet.
Well, good, because now it cannot be.
Why not?
Because they have my son.
Are they gonna give him back to you?
Yes.
If we don't do it.
If we don't do it.
When are they gonna give him back to you? Because that's like,
Yeah, it's like we could just.
oh, we didn't kill him for 25 years.
He said as long as the Red King is protected. But by the way, side note, he wants him protected because he needs him in his fight against the Illithid, which Kellen has visualized extensively.
Wait, so there are Illithid coming?
No, we're not sure.
We don't know what is Krakoa's doing and what is actually Illithid.
And there I go. You've lost me.
Well, we talked to an Elder Brain and he said there's no Illithid coming.
And we saw visions.
Now that when we say that out loud all this time later, there might be.
Listen, I said that 10 times. I said, use the thing to ask if the Illithid are coming. And you guys are like, no, let's not do that. We know they're not coming. And now we find out they're coming.
We saw specific visions, though. I mean, a lot still points at Krakoa pulling the strings here.
Yeah, why are we trusting this Maz Mosogrim? We like know zero things about him.
Wait, no, but
we do know a little bit about him.
Yeah,
I mean,
you know, and this is not about what Masmosagrin said. He said he wants the Red King alive as an ally in his fight against the Illithid. That's why he wants Kellen. He's keeping Kellen alive regardless. He's returning Kellen to me if we keep the Red King alive. But I don't believe the Illithid are a problem because Mosi said that he has a problem with them. I believe it because Kellen really sees these people. He draws them in his pictures, and he like a fuck fuckload of those pictures, let me tell you. It's a new room. He's got new digs. All 4 of them. And some of the ceiling. A lot of the floor. All pictures of a lipid. But there's... Go ahead.
Sorry, I'm not trying to interrupt you.
No, I like questions. It shows me that you care.
Where does Kellen's power come from again?
I made an oopsie a long time ago, and now he has powers.
Yes, but where does it come from? Can we trust the source of that information?
If I knew where the power came from, I probably could have fixed the oopsie by now, but it's been like 2 decades.
What was the oopsie?
You know how, like, when you have a kid, you're supposed to put special locks on the cabinets? Imagine, in this scenario, the child lock on the cabinet is just not leaving it out, and the poison in the cabinet being ancient arcane artifact. Small oopsie.
Which artifact? What is the artifact?
That's a good question.
Unimportant.
What did he look like?
And I tell you.
You know what? Roll a history check on that one.
Oh, thanks, Aldous, you fuck.
I can give a little more on that.
I got a 20. I got a dirty 20.
Not you, Zurk.
I got a 14.
14.
See, I'm a sage, dude.
Hold on. I think I have a gnome thing that might help with this, though. Hang on. Where are, like, features and traits? You add twice your proficiency bonus to history checks related to magic items, alchemical objects, or technological devices.
Sounds good to me.
So that makes it, where the fuck is my proficiency bonus? What did I just say? 14? 18.
18. Cool.
Dungeons and Dragons. Adding numbers.
You remember this this artifact? It was a tablet of sorts. The tablet was written in a language that you did not understand. You had planned to get it translated. But when Kellen touched it and was imbued with it, the tablet actually broke. So it was one of those things where it's like clearly whatever the tablet had said was given to him. The tablet. Are you typing to me, or are you just taking notes?
I'm taking notes.
Okay. The tablet.
I'm taking notes too.
Was found obviously in the ruins, or Olgaroth, as people called it back then. As it is now called, I believe, Alduin. You all... Yep, I remember. You all... that's where you found it. So you had some belief that it was connected to Abraham, or Olgaroth as we know him now. I'd say that's pretty much it. Like, it's a tablet you didn't understand, and when Kellen touched it, maybe read from it. You're not really sure. Maybe he somehow understood it. One way or another, you know he got his hands on it, and it broke.
In all my years of doing magic things, has Varus heard of anything like this before? Nat 20 plus 7, so 27.
Wow.
Wow, big guns.
Yeah, I'd say you would have had to have heard something about that. Let's put it this way. This sounds like something connected with, like, we're talking, like, eldritch shit. Like, you're talking, like, Mosmosagrin and Deliria. Like, aberration stuff. Like, maybe it was connected to Abraham/Olgaroth. Maybe it was connected to something else. Knowing that Olgaroth was not alone in his plans. This tablet specifically sounds like a codex. A instruction manual for understanding certain things, certain ideas. And if read and understood, or even honestly, if read by someone that the Codex deems needs to know it, they could be given those instructions. Those instructions to a mortal mind could be devastating. And it could be overwhelming. And it could break a brain.
So it's just instructions to do something that we don't know.
Yeah, like that's when we're talking about magical tablet that was touched and or read and changed someone's brain. It sounds like an Eldritch Codex. We'll call it. Well, that's what we're gonna call it here. And in that,
so there's a Lego set somewhere that Kellen fully understands how to solve.
Or in this case, with the knowledge, and Varus, you rolled really high, so I'll just kind of put the pieces together for you. With the knowledge that you have that Kellen seems to draw things, be it prophetic or not, it seems to be either an understanding of the future, and it seems to be like it gave him the ability to like prophesize, perhaps, or even maybe show things that could come but may not always.
And some things that have not yet come
to pass. Right. Well, it sounds like we're going to have to pull off a rescue heist and rescue your son so we can know.
Oh, let me tell you. Listen, you guys are great. If I need a team of people to murder things, you guys are number one on my list. Especially you, Joe. You're unhinged. But when it comes to a team for a heist, I had one.
So, I have a question that I was typing and stuff. So it seems like the drawings are prophetic, aka tell the future, or could they also tell the past?
Well, let me describe them to you, because I can't get this image out of my memory. It's burned in there. They're haunting. He drew... He drew...
I was trying to clarify what was said. I'm sorry. I wasn't actually asking such a question. April is trying to clarify what was said about these drawings, because I'm taking notes.
Do you want me to read it back to you, Seth?
I have it.
Okay.
Verbatim.
Okay. I wasn't sure if you found it.
No, but she's asking, you said they're prophecies, right, Ben?
He's gonna, you just let him give you this information.
Well, no, he didn't say they were prophecies. He said they could be prophecies, or they could be past, or they could be a hypothetical future.
Okay. That's what I learned.
Some might say there is no fate but what we make. Wiser man than me.
A man so wise he had to make how many sequels, each destroying the previous timeline?
Stay focused.
Okay, he only produced...
Stay focused!
And I'm talking about John Connor, not the fucking director. Anyway,
well, John Connor doesn't matter anymore.
Guys.
His drawings seem to involve things that look like illithid, but then there's something else hovering over them, and there's X's drawn on the illithid's eyes, which, like... That part confused me because for Kellen's artistic ability, X's over the eyes for dead illithid seems like, I don't know, so elementary school. My boy is way better than that. But he had X's drawn over the illithid's eyes and a few drawings of what appeared to be an invasion. He wrote lie all over them, L-I-E, but then there was one that said L-I-E-Y-E next to what appeared to be a giant planetoid eye overlooking the battle. I know what you're thinking. Super clear, very...
That's exactly the vision that we saw, is it not?
I mean, essentially, yeah. Krakoa pulled strings to fake an illithid invasion so that it would bring everyone together, and then he could,
Right, so I guess...
Don't, tell me! This is important shit!
Oh, he wants... to take over he wants control. He wants to be worshipped again as a god, right?
I think
he is using the Red King as a pawn in which to unite all of the people
against
the Red King, the new god, so that Krakoa can have total control.
Exactly. So the illithid invasion is not real.
Ruse.
It is there now. Actually, to be fair, there will be a invasion, but a very small one. In which case, the Red King will show his power and prove he can defeat them.
And then everybody will be like, oh, the Red King is so powerful and great, he saved us, we should praise him and his gods, aka Krakoa.
So
What
what?
if it's just like an aboleth this whole time? Like
And so Krakoa is the giant planetoid eye.
Probably.
Krakoa's symbol is a
an eye.
planet with a tree on top, and yes, we have seen the eye multiple times.
Okay.
We had vision specifically showing the Red King being a pawn. So yes, all of this.
But we just have to go tell Masmosi Green, hey man, it ain't gonna happen. Or Masmosi Green's already in league with Krakoa.
I was going
to
Yeah, he might be using Krakoa's power in order to further this ruse.
Well,
and further Krakoa's
Deliria also believed there was a illithid invasion, right?
And she was finding out more information.
And she's also an eldritch being, so maybe Masmostergin was also,
fooled. Yeah, she specifically said, and let me look back at what I wrote, because she told me this after she gave me the tattoo. Let me go back. Let me see.
But, so then, what's the Laie? The L-I-E-Y-E.
The eye is lying. The Krakoa is lying.
Lie, I. I is in the lie, I lie.
Yeah.
Or it's like a weird name or something. I don't know.
It's lie and I combined.
Yeah.
Right?
It is.
Or am I spelling that wrong in my brain?
No, you're right.
Okay. So Deliria said, we told her about this like fake war that Krakoa is creating, and she said she would have to meditate on this information. She said that if it is a trick, then she is also being tricked too, and that someone must have chosen the illithid, which means they want people like Deliria running scared and doesn't want her to be somewhere because she has misinformation. So she is meditating and finding out more information. And next time that we see her, she will probably have some more information for us on that.
So, regardless of whether Masmosagrin is in league with Krakoa, it seems that the illithid invasion, whether non-existent or feint, as a feint and a small one, is all part of this ruse. Am I tracking everything so far? Okay, so then it would seem that we should talk to the illithid to see where they fit into all this.
We're not even sure that there really are.
That is not a good idea. That is a worse idea than trying to heist or something.
I think talking to Deliria is a better idea.
There is a missing component here, Zook, that I don't think we brought up. Among these visions of Krakoa and Illithid, we also saw a vision of the Raven Queen.
Yes.
This is what brings us here. She holds, hopefully, some missing piece for us that we can put together this puzzle.
And who's she in league with, or what's her skin in this game? Feathers, if you will.
We don't know yet.
Yes. I do, Demetrius, though, I know it was a long time ago, but you know the most about her. I am, I'll admit, a little curious now if she has somehow claimed my daughter's soul. This seems... I don't know.
She was the goddess of life and death. She had the same characteristics as Krakoa, and as far as that, she may have some interest in your daughter, or something. I am not sure. I have just as many questions as all of you, and including what to do if we do contact the Raven Queen.
I appreciate all of the wisdom you've imparted on me through this conversation. You've cleared a lot of things up. I have something I need to do, and I would like to apologize beforehand. Because there's no way this ends well.
What are you doing? What are you thinking about doing?
It's not thinking. I'm going to do it.
What are you going to do? Joe starts like edging closer.
I know, right? Like, yeah.
I am
Book
ready.
shut.
I just need to make a phone call.
To whom? And
What is a
what is a phone?
You mean a stone call?
No, I thought that's what you might think I was talking about.
Did we tell him about the vision with the Red King too that we had before you do anything?
Wait, sorry, what?
We also had a vision about the Red King.
Oh, what was that one?
Okay. This was the one without his eyes, right? Where his eyes were like missing.
Yep.
And waking up without eyes, and then the Red King was screaming, and the vision given to us, which we felt was Krakoa's presence, had satisfaction from this.
From
the Red King's eyes being removed and him screaming in pain.
So then I think in that case, Krakoa and Mos Mosagrin are against each other. Because the Red King's in league with Mos Mosagrin.
No, I think that he is using the Red King as a pawn, and it was almost like, and Ben, remind me if I'm thinking of this wrong. He said that we felt a sense of satisfaction ourselves, and not
the person having the vision, essentially.
Not that it was necessarily Krakoa being satisfied with that. I'm trying to remember that correctly.
I believe you did. You felt the satisfaction, but you felt it coming from whoever the source of this mind, whoever the source of this vision came from. This came from someone's mind that wasn't yours, and you feel like, and remember, a lot of this was, some of these visions, though you're not entirely sure which ones, came from the Elder Brain connecting with another mind that was down here with Mos Mosagrin at one point.
Yeah.
The half remembered dream.
Yes, and I have I have metaphorical in parentheses next to that. So it doesn't necessarily mean that he is like dead, but like that the Red King maybe doesn't see the entire what's actually going on because he's a pawn and being used.
I guarantee he's a pawn. I'm just saying I do think that Mosi and Krakoa are not in league with each other. Regardless, I think that...
Right.
Because Mos Mosagrin is being deceived just as Deliria is.
Yes, all the Eldritch beings.
We know that Mos Mosagrin is not our friend or our foe. He simply is.
Oh, he's my foe! He's got my fucking kid!
No, but we don't think... It's not necessarily that they're two sides of a coin. It is that Mos Mosagrin is also being fooled, so Krakoa is also using him as a pawn, essentially. Okay. I just wanted to make sure that we weren't it's we side with Mos Mosagrin. I was like, I don't think there are two sides here.
Which leads me to the next part of, if I were a pawn, I would want to know. I would also assume that if all the pawns were to communicate, they might be able to suss out exactly what's been going on. I feel like we're missing pieces of the puzzle.
Well, maybe we should. We're here to talk to the Raven Queen. Maybe she can fill in some blanks before you start doing something irrational. And this is coming from the person who always does things that are irrational. Please, do not make me do this. And I'm going to reach for his hands to stop him from casting a spell or something.
I am nothing but rational. I am simply reckless. There is a difference. And
I'm gonna go on the other side of Zuck
before you said that, my sleight of hand was 20.
My passive perception beats it.
Are you down to 0 exhaustion levels?
Yeah, I short rested. I got rid of him.
We are still technically within the short rest.
Wow. Okay. We have discussed that we were sussing him out. Can I make a perception check then with disadvantage?
I will allow that.
How long is this goddamn short rest?
It's an hour long, and we haven't been talking for an hour in real time.
Okay,
so.
16 plus 11 is my perception with disadvantage. My higher number was a 19, so I see.
He got you, sir.
You see that I am casting a spell.
I grab
your hands and cover your mouth.
What the fuck? Oh,
All
sorry.
right, both of you roll grapple checks. Athletics.
I'm a fucking gnome. They win.
All right, fair enough.
Can I just give somebody?
Yeah, sorry. Let me go ahead and roll my acrobatics. Watch me roll a natty 20. Nah, okay, it's 17, but still, I'm tiny. I am small.
All right, so you guys got him.
Grapple, yeah.
All right.
And I look desperately,
6 plus 12.
pleadingly at Dozer.
Whoa. What is going on here?
He's acting irrationally. We need to just talk him down. Zook, we will help your son. But we don't know enough information or if we can trust really any of the people involved.
Here, hold on. I'm just gonna be like, have you guys looked at the wall lately? What the hell is going on?
Sorry, Dozer was finding something else to put in his fucking mouth. He's like a toddler. He just keeps tasting shit.
I wonder what this tastes like.
It's so salty. What the hell is going on? Can we just start from the beginning and explain every single detail that we've gone over?
No.
Zook is trying
Absolutely
to sell us
not.
out or something.
We don't.
Well,
we don't know that. We don't know what he's going to do.
Why are we binding and gagging Zook?
Yes. Why are we doing?
We don't know what he's going to do.
He literally was just casting a spell, right? Sinrig noticed
Yes,
that.
look at me.
You guys cast spells all the time. What's going
All
on?
right, this is what's going on. Zook, I have let my own trust destroy another clan that was under my leadership. It would not happen again. If you are going to sell us out, I will kill you here. What are you doing?
You've got really, really calloused hands. Like, would it kill you to moisturize? Ugh. How was he gonna sell you out? I just had some questions.
Or who?
No one.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, if you're going to call the Red King, man, just like...
I was not gonna call the Red King. I was gonna call the Illithid. You guys are being so dramatic.
Okay.
Wait, what?
Huh?
Wait, what?
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 What? Listen,
what?
I would like to say for posterity's sake, if perhaps 3 hours ago someone had made a joke about taking it off the rails. This is a coincidence.
All
I
right.
did not see this coming.
I'm stepping in. You need to be familiar, and if you would have just voiced what you wanted to do, I could have told you it's not possible. You need to be familiar with who you're sending the sending spell to.
It's not sending.
What is it?
It's contact other plane. I mentally contact a demigod, the spirit of a long-dead sage, or some other mysterious entity from another plane. Contacting this extraplanar intelligence can strain or even break your mind. So on and so forth.
Let's not do that. That sounds like
You're trying to contact the Illithid, and it may strain or break your mind. And it's the Illithid.
Why?
Did I get Mandela affected with this spell? This isn't the basic rules. What the fuck is this spell? Why have none of you ever gotten this spell?
Probably because I can't.
Players
cast spells.
DPS only.
226.
What are you saying, Seth? You're freezing up on us.
Player's Handbook, page 226.
Oh yeah, no, I got it. I found it.
It's vanilla.
Oh my god, he's contacting another plane.
His mind is breaking.
All right, well now, all right. Now
So,
I know.
I don't need.
Why are you trying to contact the Illithid right now?
My internet connection is unstable.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
we
getting
noticed.
that. We're getting that. We're getting that.
I don't know what to do. Nothing's going.
You're good.
Yeah, the head of Comcast is
There's
actually
that.
military.
That's all.
It's like you read.
Those heavy
Actually,
winds.
when I looked up that spell, it said that there was network connectivity errors. That's what it's called.
Solid reference. Your references are out of this world.
Thank
There
you.
may be an outage in your area.
But yeah, so sorry, what was the question? Why? Why? Because they have a piece of the puzzle that we do not have access to.
Okay.
We can go speak to the Red King. We can speak to Masmosi. I can talk to him right now. See, I could call him on my cell phone. But
Oh gosh.
we can talk.
This is the mystery portion.
Seth, you're Seth, you're
guys-
free. We didn't get any of it. We didn't get any.
Yeah, your internet is all
You said we can contact this, we can contact that, and then you froze, and now you're frozen again.
the timing.
You need to back out and back in, and the rest of them will talk amongst themselves for a minute.
Wait. Leave the room and walk back in.
Pull down on the screen.
Sick reference, bro.
Have you tried turning yourself on and off again?
He is gone. So you guys watch as Zook, incredibly overwhelmed at the situation of not being understood, walks away and stands in the corner for a moment.
He's just Blair Witching a little bit.
All right, he's back.
Which one of you all hit me?
My apologies. I thought you were casting again.
I was fighting a sneeze. Fuck. Where was I? Oh, yes. The Red King, piece of the puzzle. My son, piece of the puzzle. Masmosagrid, piece of the puzzle. We can contact any of them relatively easy. Krakoa, you guys went inside his head somehow. Glad I wasn't there for that one. Piece of the puzzle. There's another piece missing, and it's the Illithid, and we've got a direct line.
Wonderful. We're like outside the doorway of a fucking piece of the puzzle right now.
Yeah, let's.
The Raven Queen
you
has
guys
information for us.
Absolutely, you guys go.
You seem to be forgetting the part where one of us has to die in order to get said information.
Not necessarily. We don't know for sure.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm the reckless one. You guys are walking into an just like a classic suicide pact. Okay, mine's just like a phone call that could really fuck up my brain pieces.
But you need to communicate. You did not try to tell us what you were doing. You just did.
I said sorry.
You're either you're a part of this team or you're not.
Yeah. Listen, I just went to the place where rocks walk and got your sticky tree friends, Goopy Juice.
I greatly appreciate it, but you need to tell us what you're thinking.
Dug up your family? Like, it was a really fucked up time, honestly. for really taking stock. I said I was gonna make a phone call. What do you gagged me? Which, by the way, half chub, but
just communicate.
Short trade
what
out,
you're
just
doing if you're trying to communicate another plane. That's all. That's all.
My next beer is going to be called Sticky Tree Friends Goopy Goo.
Was it Goopy Goo or Goopy Juice?
Goopy Juice.
Goopy Juice. That's the title of the episode. I don't know what to tell you there.
But yeah, so listen, we all know if we go in there and they require the price of the information is suicide, it ain't gonna be me. So I may as well stay outside with my ambulance dozer for when I probably go mad from this. And he can cart my drooling ass around for a little bit. I'll make my phone call, and I give you the finger.
So you're saying that you're gonna risk becoming? Do you become a thrall? I don't know how this whole thing works.
No. It really is gonna hurt.
Let's.
If it fails.
We should talk to the Raven Queen first. We need to figure out what she knows before you go contacting the Illithid, who may not even realize there's a potential invasion. What if you contact them, and that creates the invasion? Did you think about this?
Listen, they already brought up the invasion. If it's a fake invasion.
Well,
I didn't think about this. Just let me.
You know what? as the DM, I feel I need to step in here. Seth was looking to take action without thinking, and I think you all just ruined that, and I'm mad about it. Just saying. Don't think. Just do it, Seth.
All I'm saying is that the circular thinking of by contacting them, I'm causing the invasion in the first place is something that probably wasn't even a thought, but is now a seed that you planted in the vastness of the. Was that a?
Someone definitely burped. That's why I said nice.
It sounded like a face fart. That's a seed. It didn't exist until you planted that seed. Now it exists. So now, if I contact them, whether or not they were going to invade, when they do, you're gonna do that thing where you look at me like it's my fault, but really, you planted the seed. You're manifesting it.
Hey, remember when you were like invisible and quiet for like a whole month? Go back to that. This is why we don't ask you things, baby.
Rude.
You're gonna contact the enemy of my people, the people that I have sworn to protect your material plane from, and you're calling me crude.
Oh, like to tell them not to come. To be clear, I'm gonna be like, hey.
Yeah, because
to be clear.
Pretty please.
And maybe he doesn't know this. To be clear, Seth, they are questions. You are allowed to ask 5 questions.
I get what Seth is saying, though. When I don't want pizza for dinner, I call Domino's and say, please don't bring me a pizza tonight.
No.
Not bring me a pizza. What I fucking do.
I'll have 4 questions. I'll have 4 questions, mostly involving my son. And the 5th one will be, were you even invited?
Were you invited?
Actually, sorry. Correction.
Wait, we're gonna have an invasion, but who's gonna be there?
Correction.
Why are you asking who's gonna be there?
Hey, who's coming? No, but like for real, the 5th question is more or less gonna be who's coming. Actually, the 5th question is gonna be who invited you, not were you invited. Who invited you? And sorry, it will be did Krakoa invite you?
Yeah, so we should talk to the Raven Queen first and not talk to the elephant. Right.
Well, now that I know that physical assault is the consequence for trying to make a phone call.
I think he should do it.
Of course you do.
That's even more concerning.
It's just a cool spell. I've never seen this spell before.
I enjoy when we talk for an hour and it was a waste of time. I enjoy that.
No, not at all. It wasn't a waste of time.
It's not a waste of time. Understand. I'm making my phone call.
I was just gonna say, like, if you really can't be persuaded by the people who literally help you with everything, then there's nothing that more.
Oh! People who help me with everything! That's weird! Let me take a look around for my dog and my son real quick! My earphones fell off, don't talk back!
No, I'll pick them up.
Okay. Just because something bad happens doesn't mean it's our fault for not helping you. Calm down.
I also think he missed the whole part where we like all work together now. I think he missed that. Like we definitely got to a place where we all help each other. And like now you're like, it's weird because like we all help each other now and we like vote on things that we don't agree on.
You're right, I literally missed it.
He might have missed
I know, that's what I'm telling you. We agree on things now and we vote when we don't agree. So maybe we should put this to a vote.
What did you say, Vars?
I say he might have missed out on 1 or 2 of those team building exercises that we.
I didn't go to that. He didn't go to Napa.
All right, let's break out the Pictionary again. All right. Okay, wait.
No,
There's
no,
Legos on the ground. I have a manual. You guys have to listen to me and try to build the Legos by what I'm saying. You guys ready?
Yeah. There's an escape room actually somewhere in this dungeon.
Look, so the circumstances to which you have disappeared from our group and are on some bigger mission are not our fault. Okay. We are here to help you as long as we can, as much as we can. You disappearing or turning invisible or whatever happened was outside of our control. If you want to be a part of this group, though, you have to trust us as we can trust you.
I am doing what I have to do. Aldous did it. I had to do it. I had to go and attempt to free my son. It was a mission failure, but I had to do it. Just like I am willing to what did you guys learn in that team building exercise? Compromise. I'm willing to compromise and wait until after your meeting with the Raven Queen. But it's not canceled. It is postponed.
You said when we are meeting with the Raven Queen.
Well, I'm gonna be there, but like only in body. Listen, I don't know why you guys are so like raring to go to this woman who apparently wants one of you to off yourself.
Zook, I promise you that I will do everything I can to get your son back. And I pull out Dalen's totem. This is the last thing I have of my daughters. And I'm giving it to you. If something happens to your son, and I am not able to help him, you do what you will with it. But this is all I have as a token to show you that I trust you.
Well, that means a lot. You're gonna have to hang on to it because it's as big as me, but it means a lot.
No, it's just a small little thing.
It's pretty big. That's heavy.
It's not.
I simply just can't. I couldn't.
No,
but I'll know. But I'll know that it's mine, but in your possession. I just simply don't have the space.
You ruined it.
A token of goodwill is what I'm trying to offer here.
I get it. And like I said, let's talk to the Raven Queen. But I am gonna have to do this. Unless you guys got like another way I can get in touch with some Illithid. Anyone know one? That's honest. That's right. That's not fair. I should have asked first. Anyone know an Illithid?
Yeah, there's one down here.
Oh my god.
We killed it.
I killed it.
What was that?
Oh yeah.
There's one down here. I talked to him already. That's what we're saying, man.
Aldous did capture one of the little tadpoles, though. Do you still have that?
Yeah,
The
we got
fuck?
information from an illithid.
How do these things slip your memory to
forgot
tell
about
other people?
Just thought of it.
You want to talk to the illithid, and I'll just grab your eye and jam it. Now that's rash. Roll a grapple check.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we got that information from an illithid. Isn't an elder brain an illithid?
An elder brain is one of the highest illithids there are.
Controls the illithid, yeah.
I made popcorn.
That is what that. Yeah. So yes, we talked to an illithid already, and they said they did not know of any invasion happening.
It's kind of what we already talked about, right?
Well, no.
Yes, it's an elder brain. We said the vision's from the elder brain. That's an illithid.
Well, yeah, but you didn't mention that you took a tadpole.
Oh,
Is it?
That's fair.
Is it alive?
I just remembered it.
I didn't know he took a tadpole.
Yeah.
Alice like looks at Cineric with like scathe. Just.
Was it
the
a
most
secret? I
most
truly
vitriolic-
forget.
my water hand literally turns to acid as they look at him, and Aldous will pull the tadpole out and electrify it. I'm gonna kill it.
Okay. It's a shocking grasp cantrip. That'll be enough to kill it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
No, I don't.
Smashes it. Tadpole
I know a guy
stabs
can
it.
bring it back. It's no big deal. Oh, no, I'm kidding.
But maybe if we went into there and talked to the Raven Queen, you'd have a guy who could bring him back.
Oh yeah, at the cost of one of our souls.
Maybe it's because of this thing.
Yeah, we don't know.
We don't know what the price is. You know, it could be like metaphorical, right?
Probably should have waited to kill the tadpole until after we were talking to the Raven Queen.
Nope. I'm the impulsive one. I'm the one that has to be tied up, and I'm the one. He killed the tadpole. He banished himself to the water plane, but I get tied up. I think you guys have a problem with me.
Yes,
specifically.
We're all heightens.
I said I was going to destroy it anyway, and I forgot. To be honest with you, I forgot.
I was like, if it was a secret, I'm sorry. I forget.
It was a little bit of a
okay. I don't remember it all.
But that's
it. Just popped into my head.
I was going to study.
Well,
it
I hope it didn't pop into your head. They get a control of you like that.
It's true. It's true.
But I also know that your sleight of hand is way better than my perception, so I know you would have just taken it from me.
Absolutely getting yoinked.
At this point, it was worth it for me to just kill it.
As a matter of fact, I got a 24 on Mage Hand to just kind of pick up the corpse of the. He said he threw it.
Yeah, and you pick it up,
and just like quietly, like the Mage Hand just kind of puts it away.
Yeah, roll a sleight of hand.
Yeah, I did. It was 24.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah.
So wait, but he's doing this in front of everyone, right? We all just watched this tadpole get smashed on the ground.
I'd say roll with disadvantage because he did smash it in the middle of everyone. But I mean, he could just have a mage hand kind of floating around. So give me one more roll.
Just picturing the tadpole just floating.
So the other one was a natty 20, so it's still 24.
Yeah, the disadvantage.
I'd say you all definitely noticed the mage hand just kind of swooping around, but it is very good at just kind of like it swoops around. It does like some tricks. He's just, Zook has had mage hand out before, just kind of floating around. And I'd say like he was using it to talk with his hands for a moment. And then it just scoops up.
I constantly have mage hand rolling just to make sure that the hat stays on.
And it scoops it up and pockets it.
I mean, you saw what happened with the headphones. How am I supposed to keep a hat on?
Chloe, stop it.
No!
Yeah, Chloe.
Yeah, Chloe. Okay. That seems to be the end of that.
I don't know what the fuck just happened. Where are we? What did we decide? Are we?
Well, we could say that we are now completing our short rest. A very intense short rest.
It was in game an hour, out of game an hour and a half.
we did
It's like the Feywild all over again.
So, with all of that being said, wow, no, we did go over an hour, didn't we?
Yeah, wow, we did it.
Because we came back at 6:35. It probably took only 20 minutes, and then we were here for an hour. Wow, that was awesome. I can't wait to see how you use that. We are in the foyer, in this citadel, in the foyer, the citadel area, or the, oh my god. Praise. Not the citadel, but the temple area is still, of course, caved in. Of course, you still do have other options. You have the section, and then this is mostly for Zook's benefit, who has never been here before. So, Zook, you're in a rectangular foyer. You came in from one end, and then you have 2 doors on each side of the room. Does that make sense to you?
What a mention!
1 door on the other end of the room, but that door looks different. It looks like it was newly carved out rather than the others.
It wasn't there in the original, but it's there in the remake.
Yes. There are markings near each door, but 2 of the doorways on each wall. One on the left side of the room closest to your entrance, and one on the right side of the room farthest from the entrance are collapsed. There are markings on them. I don't believe you can read them except for the one that has the marking crossed off. This is the one on the right side of the room closest to the entrance. It has the marking near the door crossed off, and it says labs in common. Other than that, they are all in a language that I do not believe you understand.
You guys keep some freaky fucking friends. After you.
Well, you all notice that they are all kind of gathering up near the temple area, which is collapsed right now. The doorway's collapsed, and this seems to be the way that you want it to go. However, I would like to remind everyone that even though you could possibly handle this collapsed doorway, there is always the option of maybe finding another way around.
Yeah, we should handle the doorway, right? I think we're all in agreement. The straightest path
where's
is
the chapel?
It's through this gate. It's labeled temple, not chapel.
Yeah, it was temple, my bad. I don't know if you learned what floor specifically the temple was on, whether it's on this floor or on another floor, but you do know that it is somewhere.
Now, sir, the thing is, I'm just telling you, if you wanted to really get a hold of some other eldritch being, just go down to the second to last floor.
Okay.
Have fun.
Hey, Ben, can I don't know if this counts with my card.
Don't go.
Oh, God, that was the voice.
Yep.
Which voice?
No, I asked if we recognized the voice, and he said no.
Because we never went to fight it.
Yeah, we never went to fight it.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the gaseous thing.
No, we're talking about the thing on the elevator.
That's the elder.
What thing?
That was the son of the son of the elder brain.
That is not. That's not on the second to last floor. That was on the third floor.
Okay, well then I don't even say that. Then 86 that comment.
Okay. So what were you saying, Sinrik?
With the Wanderer feature, is it so the temple is pointing like north? Would you say, or what
if we are using the doorway down to the Ascension area as the north, the temple door is pointing west.
Okay. And the only other door on the other level that we didn't take was the one with the kind of maze of spinning shit, right?
As a reminder to the people that, as a reminder for everyone here, because it has been a minute, the 4 doorways are Temple, Education, Council, and Labs. Temple and Council are collapsed. Education and Labs, you both went down. Education, you only went as far as to get to the Bard's Path, and you took the Bard's Path to get to the God Cord. You got the God Cord. There was another doorway off of Education, and by the way, I do want to mention that Education and the Temple are on the same side of the room.
So that's what I was asking.
Then there's, of course, the Ascension. You never did fully go down there. You stopped when the swords and the stomping got a little too freaky for you. And then the Council is collapsed. And
Education, Council.
Also a staircase that led.
I'm just writing
pictures of it. It's so hard.
Education, Council, Temple, and Labs.
Temple.
I could put you guys in the room on roll 20, I believe.
Remember everything.
If you give me a minute.
Somewhere it happened.
I don't believe I destroyed it. I did not. All right, here we are. So, Zook, just so you know, are you in roll 20? Are you seeing it?
Oh, no, I should open that.
Go ahead. Oh, you can. Zook, you guys entered from the south, and you exited, and then everything else is where I said. So they have it marked and stuff.
And so on the other level, like.
And I will go ahead and I'll turn this on for viewers as well. So give me one sec. On what other level?
So I wanted to see. This is more specific. With my with the Wanderer feature, can I map out the other level like underneath us and where things are laid out, like in the direction of the temple? You said that's where the Education was that we didn't go down, right? Am I remembering that right?
Over here, you mean?
By where the temple is underneath it. You said there was a path that we hadn't taken or something, right?
In Education, there was a path you hadn't taken. So when you walk down this hall in Education, you will end up in a room that leads to the Bard's Path to the north. And then there's another doorway. It's not even a closed door. There's another doorway that continues west.
But it's up north?
No, you're overthinking this. Okay.
Not trying to. You said there's a path that continues west.
Here's the room. That is just over here. Okay. Do you see the black?
No, I don't.
Here.
I don't see anything.
Make this seeable. You see the light blue?
No.
On the map.
I'm looking at the map.
Oh,
I don't see anything
that's
either.
why. You're right.
I was like,
I see that it says Labradors. I thought it said Labs.
Okay. It does say Labs. They're being stupid. Okay, so when you take this hall over here, you will end up in this room, right? Okay. Now I shall say that there was this way from this room is the Bard's Path. This is the way you went for the God Cord. Got it?
Yes.
All right. There is a doorway that leads this way. Still in this room. Understand now?
Got it.
Okay.
So yes, I was sorry.
It's
I
all
was
good.
trying
I
to
know
figure
it's
out to make sense of it. I was trying to see if that doorway from the Education was going back south towards where we're at on this floor, to see if that I was trying to map it out and see if that
It
path would
might.
take us
You guys never took that path,
Well,
so
that's
you
fair,
don't know.
But yeah, but we don't know, and in that case, it might be easier to just clear this fucking doorway. We know what's here, and maybe yes.
The doorway for education.
For
That we're
the
all in
temple.
front of?
To the temple.
It's in education. It says education.
Education.
He's talking about the rocks, man.
Yeah.
It's education. That's the door we're all in front of. In the
Fucking stop it! No, who did that?
I searched them all around. Nobody has any idea where they are now.
So, I'm gonna start moving rocks. Perhaps Dozer, you want to help?
Yeah, it should be useful somehow. Yep.
Oh, is that what we're trying to do? Is just move the rocks?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I turn the rocks, some of them, into a big earthen hand, and use the big earthen hand to move the other rocks.
Yeah, never mind. I'm not useful today.
I mean, you could still help. There's a lot of rocks.
Yeah, there's
to
a lot
move.
of rocks.
There's a lot of rocks.
It is literally a collapsed underground passage. Like, this is going to be a lot more than clearing debris. You guys are going to have to build some supports. You're going to have to do a bit.
There's one less rock. That one grew legs and ran away.
Wait, I didn't know the doorway was collapsing.
This is an underground collapse. So when it collapses, there's nothing.
Okay, so then
above
never
it.
mind. There is only one way we have to find. I'm confused. I don't know.
All right, who?
I just need you to understand how collapses work underground. That's all it is. It is when you are underground, especially as far underground as you are, if the ceiling that was built collapses, all of the dirt and shit that was underground is going to fall in, and every time you clear out that debris, more shit will just keep falling in.
As I'm helping with my rock hand, I'm just like, man, whatever's in that education room must be really bad for you guys to make me do this and not go in there.
Perhaps we should scout the education room before this undertaking.
I burned a spell slot.
You're welcome to. As just a helpful tip for you guys, there's a couple options here in, like, stone shape would be very easy to just kind of move the stone aside and pass through it. Also, like I said, you can build supports. It just will take more time. You will take some time to actually fashion a fix for this collapse, you know? Or you could choose to go around it. There are options, is all I'm saying. You're not screwed out of this.
Is maybe Zook could fabricate the stone into support, and then instead of moving it, we reuse it? Is that possible?
Hold, please.
That's an interesting thought. See? Problem solving.
Can we mend?
I think we should vote about it.
If you're working with metal, stone, or other mineral, it can be... Nope, no, it cannot. Stone is a problem. I think this is their way of making sure this stone, or this spell doesn't step on, like...
Stone shape.
Stone shape, yeah.
That's very likely it.
Does anyone have stone shape?
It didn't seem necessary at the time.
So...
Yeah.
Listen, if we're trying to go... I can get in, but I can't bring you guys with.
Don't drink that. Sorry.
Yeah. It's how I did my heist.
Which was what?
Oh, hang on. Disappears. No. Oh, it lasts. Okay. I saw it said the dimensions. I didn't see the duration.
What do you got?
Okay. I could just make us a hole. It's called pass wall. It's how I did my heist with Mosmosi Boy. So imagine my surprise when I walked through the wall and he was already looking at me. Spoopy.
You can see wooden plaster or stone surface, such as a wall, ceiling, or floor. I'll allow it within range and lasts for the duration. You choose the opening's dimensions up to 5 feet wide, 8 feet tall, and 20 feet deep. Passage creates no instability. Wow, look at you, Mr. Dungeon Delver. Normally it does say surface, but I think it's, in the case of a collapse, I think that is a good idea, and I am willing to reward it there. Yeah. I think a pass wall would work.
Alright.
I'm just hearkening back to where I was told I don't help the group. Yes, but let me go ahead and cast the spell. Whoomp, there it is.
Oh,
I don't think anyone said you didn't help.
I think that there was.
So
You
do
need
you
to
do it,
trust
Zook?
us.
Yeah, I do it.
All right, so you all watch as Zook walks up to this collapsed area and kind of places his hand on it, holding his focus, and uses it to, as the walls just begin to kind of trickle up and kind of push themselves to the side, finding little crevices to fill, as slowly but surely you watch as a hole 8 feet or 5 feet wide and 8 feet tall opens up, and on the other side you can see a hallway that goes down about 30 or so feet and then turns to the left and goes downstairs.
Zook would have made it his own height so that they all would have had to crawl.
That's totally fine.
Oh, damn, it was really thick. I couldn't make it any taller. Sorry, guys.
What do we do?
Let's go.
Yeah.
Father, I believe you will take the lead, yes? You are more familiar with this place than any of us.
Oh, worth mentioning, this will only be here for
an hour.
So this might not be a way back.
Can you recreate it on the way
I
back?
can do this one more time, but also there's other things that are this complex to do that are worth doing often, sometimes. So,
all right.
You know, maybe we go down here and it's uneventful.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what usually happens.
Yeah.
We're gonna go down here, we're gonna yell at each other and talk around for a little bit. It's gonna take 10 hours, and then we'll come back up.
Then we kill Carl and move on.
Like usual.
He waves his wings and goes, "Leave you down here, bury you alive." And
Lose my dog, but keep the genocidal parrot. Wonderful.
Hey, listen, we bought that parrot.
We also made sure your dog was protected and
Think
safe
about-
and taken care of.
Think about how much you could get for the parrot if I cast that little shiny spell on him.
That is true. That's a good idea.
Make
But
me
I was gonna
shiny.
give basically this thing enslaves people, and I was gonna give Kingsford to him with his tongue and eyes and hands cut off.
Oh, give me humans.
Yes,
You
I'm
gotta-
going to. Don't worry, you have one coming. I promise you. And I give him like a little treat.
There's
He
a
hates it.
darkness in you.
He looks into your eyes with his single eye, and for a moment, you see an ancestry and a lineage full of war and tyranny and treachery, one after another. Moving on, you all make your way
I love this so much.
down the hall, and see these steps that go down. They turn left and go south, down, further into this area. You finally land on what probably appears to be the second sub-level, and we're nearing an end, don't worry. And see an opening of sorts, I'd say about a 30 by 30 foot room. Fairly unceremonious, almost like a little holding area. A couple of statues, actually, of ravens in the corners. But for the most part, like I said, it's not really heavily decorated. There's no furniture or anything. There's a doorway across from you, across from the entrance you had just come through. And there's also a doorway to your right. Both are open. There's no door. You can easily look.
And you said there were statues of ravens going which way?
They're just facing the center of the room. They're each in
Oh.
the corner.
Well, I guess either way, I don't know.
Is there any writing on the walls or on the statues? Or
Not here, no.
Is there any is it perception or investigation? Is there any markings or tracks or
Roll a
anything
perception
going
check.
Grimald will be helping, poking around.
All right, go ahead and take advantage.
It's an 18 plus 11.
You notice faded on the wall to your right is the same symbol that you recognize as the symbol that was in the foyer for temple.
This is the symbol for temple, yes.
Must be the way.
All right, to the right.
All right. You walk through the doorway. It's only about a 15-foot long hall as you
To the left.
step through this nicely designed arched
Hey guys, I
hallway.
just want you to know there's a guy outside who's got a big old dick revving his engine. If you're listening, don't ever do that.
But we can't hear it at least.
I can't really hear it. So
You walk through this neatly and beautifully designed arched tunnel. Comes to a point above your heads. This nice like Gothic architecture supports kind of building it up. And as you step through the tunnel and out into this room, you see a lift connected to 4 chains. The chains held by 4 women. Or rather, what appears to be the same woman interpreted in 4 different ways. You see one woman with a pale white face, featureless, cloaked, completely cloaked. She holds up one chain. You see another woman, younger, beautiful, just wears a nice dress, and she holds up another chain. You see another woman with raven wings folded in on her back, and a face that is almost bird-shaped. She holds up the 3rd chain. And the final one is a bit of a combination between the one with the wings and the one with the cloak and the white mask. It is a white mask, but she has her wings. And the wings are actually outstretched and folded around all 4 of the others. So you see this beautiful interpretation. The statues seem to be made out of the finest stone materials they've held up to time for this long, and the chains are connected to what appears to be a platform in the center of the room. The platform is large enough to fit a large congregation onto it in order to maybe perhaps go to a service of sorts.
Shall we?
Shalln't we?
A lever or anything?
Was that a garlic joke? Because that was really good.
No lever that you see, no.
Can I look around the room?
Yeah.
For a way down, I
Roll a
guess?
perception check.
Dirty 20, sorry.
You are certain there does not appear to be a lever in this room.
I don't know how to make it go down.
I would like to investigate the statues, please.
Sure.
I'm gonna pick the one that you said looked like a combination of the pale face, cloaked, and with the wings. Oh! Fwah, 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 fwah.
All right.
So with investigation, that'll be 29.
Yeah, so you're looking at there's like holes in some of the statues, like long slits where you can see the chain kind of goes where they're holding the chain. It kind of goes up there, the sleeve of the statue, and it goes into the system. You notice what appears to be an ingenious little interpretation of like a pressure system. It seems to be that when enough, not even enough weight, but enough pressure has been activated. You're not sure how much, but enough pressure has been placed onto the system. It'll take a moment. It'll recognize it, and then it will just begin to lower the platform. So
It'll go if we just get on.
All right.
Okay.
Let's go.
You all get on?
I have not yet decided if all you are the most courageous people I've ever met, or we're all very dumb.
The combination.
Both.
Okay.
Well, yeah, that's why I'm getting on, and I get on the elevator.
You all step onto the elevator, and it begins. And once you're all on, it holds for just a moment before
I mean, I'm not done. I'll figure that out.
You hear the clank of the chains running through the hands of the 4 interpretations of the Mother of Ravens as you are slowly lowered down into this tunnel. As these blue gems light your descent, you pass by a line of them. Pass by another line of them. And then you pass by a set of gems on the wall that you realize are not lit. And another set that are not lit. As you exit the tunnel and enter a floor of darkness. The 3rd floor of Dar Arael. And as the platform lowers and comes to a halt in the darkness, raise your hand if you have dark vision.
I'm gonna cast dark vision on myself right now.
Okay. Varus and Grimald, roll perception checks for me as you're lowering into this chamber. And Aldous, roll perception check for me as you're lowering into this chamber.
Yeah, me too.
And Zook, pay attention.
Well, I had to check. I didn't know.
I had to check too. Yeah, I was looking at my character
Roll
sheet.
perception checks, all 4 of you. Cynric, I'm not giving it to you because you got to take a second to cast dark vision on yourself. These people already have the potential to have noticed it right away. Aldous?
11.
All right. Grimold?
11.
Okay. Varus?
25.
There
Okay.
it is.
God damn,
Zook.
all right.
14.
Varus, you are the only one to notice. You all notice a large scattering of debris around the floor as you're lowering into this room. This 10-foot high room. Not very much time to react at all. Except, Varus, you do notice that all of this debris is actually connected to where this platform is about to lower. And the moment this platform comes to a stop, it's going to knock something over and topple a bunch of junk to make a ton of noise. What do you want to do?
Do we all jump off?
I need you to make a quick decision.
I say everyone jump off the platform, otherwise it's gonna make a ton of noise.
Okay.
Jump.
You all jump off the platform. I
Can I
need
try and
everyone.
stop the platform from going down? Does
I
that
need
help?
everyone to roll acrobatics checks for me, as you are careful where you land. If you do not have dark vision, you have disadvantage.
Oh, good.
Do I have dark vision now?
Oh,
Yeah, you have it. You have it now, Cynric.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, it's bad. It's bad for everybody. Oh, I'm seeing the rolls, boys. That's not good. Oh.
We could just start with me. It's fine.
Demetrius?
1!
Beautiful. Grimold?
25.
Okay. Joe?
16.
16?
Yes.
Okay. Aldous?
9.
Okay. Varus?
11.
Okay. Dozer?
You have to be very sneaky.
What'd you get?
9. Oh, sorry. I
9.
thought I said it.
Sinrig?
21 for Cinna and a 17 for Cynric.
Okay. Zane?
12.
Okay. Zook?
10.
Beautiful. That's a majority fail. As you all jump off of the platform and just knock into a bunch of shit as you watch as this man-made trap begins to knock over piece of junk after stone after boulder, and suddenly a domino effect ripples out of this room.
Is it like multiple directions?
It kind of goes multiple directions, but just in this room. It doesn't matter. It doesn't knock anything over that harms you. It just makes a ton of noise. And as all of this noise is made and echoes out of this room, you all hear...
Fool of a toque!
And you hear the ground begin to rumble underneath you as something large begins to move in the dark. And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
I like how Father Demetrius did
That hurt
the
my
thing
throat.
where you try to jump as the elevator comes to a stop. You just jumped straight up and down like, oh, I didn't feel it. Did you feel it?
I was thinking the same thing. Like we all jump right before we hit the ground, and then
As the child of Yerxian calls out in the dark. All right.
Oh no.
We're not done with Yerxian yet. We have more of his mistakes to deal with. But
Hey,
we will
wanted
deal
to
with
talk
it
to an illithid, right?
next time. Oh, there's no talking.
you're-
There's no
you're
talking
gonna-
to this one. So thank you all for watching. This was a ton of fun. It was a great session. Had a lot of fun doing it. We will be back next week. Stay safe out there. Stay healthy. Hey, get fucking vaccinated, you idiots. And as always, don't forget, Sundays are for D&D. Good night.